we'll do our thing.
Yes, I will do my thing because now we're live. Hello and welcome back to the next exciting episode of Trans Lifeline Charity Stream. We're so excited to have you. We are now, if I can math super hard, 18 hours into the stream with 14 hours to go, right? No, we are 20 hours into the stream with 16 hours to go. That's what it is. Yeah, we are 20 hours into the stream with 16 hours to go. We will be here until midnight. Right now, we're going to draw the winner for the So Nerdwear t-shirt. Let me get to that real quick. What are numbers even? I don't even know at this point. Dakota Vega. Oh, that's amazing. You're going to get a t-shirt.
Yeah!
Vega, you are in Discord, so I'm just going to make a note on here that you won this, and I will reach out to you after the stream to get you your t-shirt. Congratulations. All right. With that, the reason we're here today is to raise money for Trans Lifeline, an amazing charity that provides microgrants to folks going through transition, and a crisis line that is staffed by members of the trans community for members of the trans community. Since we started at noon yesterday, we have raised $1,500, which is huge.
Wow!
Very exciting. And so that's why we're here. If you are going to donate, and we urge you to do so, please click the donate button in the description, because if you give us bits, we'll love you, but it'll take a much longer time for them to get to Trans Lifeline. If you subscribe, we'd love you to do that too, but that's also going to take a much longer time to get to Trans Lifeline. So if you want to send the money directly to them, which is what we hope you want to do, click the donation button below, and we will love it. So that's my spiel. With that, I'm going to turn it over to our amazing DM, M.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for the elevated introduction. So we're gonna have everyone go through and introduce their characters, as well as themselves, and then we'll go into character descriptions just after we do this. So I'm going to start with Jack.
Hello, everyone. I probably look a little bit familiar if you just tuned in from the last one. So again, hi, I'm Capjack, or at Captain J Cross on Twitter. And today I will be playing Lucian, the Tiefling Warlock.
All right, next is Emerald.
Hi, I'm Emerald. A lot of people know me as Matthew. I'm going to be playing the youngest son of one Percy DeRollo, Percy and Bex DeRollo. His name is Vincent. He doesn't have a long name like his dad, but he's not quite as short as his mother's, but okay.
All right, Bouncy.
Hello, my name is Joshua. I am also known as the Big Bouncy. You can find me on Twitter at the Big Bouncy, and I will be playing Tyr Helsham, a Tiefling cleric.
Vic.
Hi, I'm Vic, pronouns they, them. I'm playing Lumley, halfling monk. That's about it.
And I believe the next one is going to be Shan, who...
Your best friend, your buddy, your pal.
Oh, sorry. I couldn't see your camera in the scroll. I was like, where'd Shan go? No!
Oh, well, because I'm Shannon, coming from very cold Wisconsin. And I'm Shanalogic across all the internets. And I will be playing Kriv the Shiv, your lovable dragonborn farmer fighter.
All right, and I'm M. My pronouns are they, them. And I am your DM for today. So
Yay!
I just wanted to say that I'm very happy to be able to run this with everybody, because this is really important to me. This is a helpline that is... Trans Lifeline has helped not only some of my friends, but has helped like plenty of people within the trans community, and it's very special to me. Now, Throck, could you move us to the bottom right of the screen? The map. Thank you. I know it's a big map, so we're gonna be doing some moving around. All right. Now, you all should be in the bottom right of the screen, and you should be able to see. If you can't see, let me know. I know we did a check, or I tried to do a check earlier, but
all good on my end, boss.
Let's see.
Oh, I can see the map actually.
Oh, cool. We weren't sure if we had to do theater of the mind for Josh, so yeah. So if everybody can see, or if a few people can see, then that means most people should be able to see it.
Yeah, I can see mine. So
Excellent.
we should be good, at least on my end.
At the moment, the players are actually where you can see it. I just want to verify that once we get to this part that everyone can see. Where are your current characters now? We're going to go in the order that we introduced ourselves. So starting with Jack, what is Lucian currently doing in his home world?
Lucian is currently sitting with his daughter Maggie, and they are reading a book on advanced thaumaturgy.
I can't hear you.
Oh, no?
I don't know why, but your volume just went way down.
I can fix that. There we go. And
okay,
there we go.
Better.
Perfect. Right.
Yeah.
So Jack is currently reading with his daughter Maggie. They're reading about advanced thaumaturgy. So they're like sitting in the library at the castle. And yeah, that's what they're doing.
All right. So I believe next was Emerald. What is Vincent currently doing?
Vincent is actually out hunting, doing a little bit of longbow practice. He's out with his mother's bear Trinket, but it's getting a little odd out there. So they're actually on their way back. So it's pretty much along the road on the way back to Castle Whitestone.
All right, Vic, what is Lemley doing?
Lemley is currently in a tavern with their friends, and it just got a bit heated. There's an argument going on, and they're about to throw down with some people, and they've got some fists up. It's fine.
It's fine.
What is Tyr up to, Josh?
I think at this point, Tyr would probably be in a chapel of some sort praying, probably.
All right, and I know this might have been a tough thing to think about for Kriv, given what Kriv is currently going through in the other world, but what is Kriv up to?
Well, Kriv was enjoying a lovely day at the library with his friend Aid, reading a book about plants, when all of a sudden, he's not in the library anymore. He still has his book, though. Still very saucy reading. If you like
Them plants, yo.
Oh my.
All right, so as you're all going about your regular quote-unquote days, you begin to feel, this is kind of a throwback to the very first stream, a tingling in the weave of magic that encompasses your worlds. And you each hear a voice in your head. It is a man's voice, and it sounds like he's conducting some sort of ritual. And he says, I extend my hand across worlds and summon the warriors. And each line that corresponds to your character will bring you into the world. So he says, he whose blood courses with electricity and burns like that of dragons. He who sources his power from a pact with the Mimic King. A holy man whose faith rises above his infernal ancestry. They whose path is guided by discipline in the elements. He whose name rests on the shoulders of great warriors before him. Come to aid us in these dark times where kings fall and ravens come to roost. and you feel this pull bringing you through what seems like this weird kind of void, and you feel your body kind of like stretch and be like tugged right up through the ground. And as you come to surface on this cold stone floor, you see around you not only your new party, but three men who are all kind of standing around the circle. One of whom seems to be the spellcaster, is directly in front of you. He has kind of medium length brown hair. He's looking very weary, very, very exhausted. And as he finishes the spell, he actually kind of like drops to his knees. Kind of looks like he's just like spent like the last of his energy for today. To his right, there is a elf man who kind of looks like a drow, but almost as if like he's a half drow. It's kind of like someone took the paint tool and like just like put a hue of drow over his skin, so it's not quite as deep purple and dark as a drow. And then to the man's left, there is a kind of tall, lanky man who has fairly pale blonde hair. He is wearing glasses, and they're all kind of looking at you for a moment, just like letting the magic kind of dispel as you all can introduce yourselves in terms of what you look like. Describe yourself to your party. So starting with Lucian.
All right. So let's see. Standing at 5'10". He's most definitely of demonic breed. Pupilless black eyes, razor sharp teeth, swept back purple and black horns that match his dark purple hair, and has a forked tail, which is the faint brick color of his skin. Let's see, and he almost usually seems to have like a smile that's almost like an arrogant sneer, and a meticulously trimmed purple mustache and goatee. And as far as clothing, it's all very clearly hand-tailored. It's a sleeveless leather armor with intricately tooled purple gem accent and a bleached skull affixed to the left shoulder. He's also wearing a single black bracer on his left arm, consisting of 8. It's a black bracer with 8 white dots and a red hourglass at the back. He's also wearing a black and purple war skirt below that, and a pair of intimidating-looking black boots round out the ensemble. And he looks furious.
All right. Because I'm going to go into the order of your tokens, so I'm going to go with Kriv next.
All right, well, Kriv is a 6-foot-tall, dad bod having lizard man with bronze scales, flecked with little salt and pepper scales on his face, giving him these cute little freckles. He has horns, but they're more shaved down to nubs, as to make himself a little less intimidating. He has this fine chainmail shirt and a really worn green cape and the most ratty pair of pants you've ever seen. No shoes, though. They don't really make those cheap for a dragonborn. And he's clutching the book very closely to his chest at the moment, looking around, panicked.
All right, we'll go to Lemley next.
Lemley is about 2'7", my bad. They've got darker skin, dark hair, and they're just kind of orangey colored robes, very bright, but also kind of uniform. They still wear them as appropriated by their monastery. And they're really confused, and like they're in a fighting sort of stance, and they're just looking around at what's happened in the situation.
All right, Tyr.
All right, Tyr is about 6 feet tall, purple-skinned tiefling in this heavy, gleaming armor with a red tabard and matching cape. And emblazoned on the chest of his armor is a symbol that looks like a chevron with a fire underneath it. He has one horn, and it looks like the other one on the other side was broken off. down the right side of his face, through where his eye should be, it looks like the face is folding in on itself a little bit, and he wears an eye patch over it. And the oddest thing about him is his right hand doesn't look like a hand so much as a mesh of a mound of flesh with 3 tentacles coming out of it. And that's his right hand.
All right, we've got some low-key body horror, I guess, going on this morning. All right, Vincent.
Okay. Vincent is
Sorry.
I'm sorry, you guys. It is 5:30 in the morning here. I'm having trouble braining.
That is all right.
Vincent is a half elf. His mother is a half elf. His father is human. He's wearing a some light armor with the white stone symbol basically emblazoned on the front. People know who he is, at least within his world. He's got medium length dark hair, and very, very blue eyes, very like with bright blue eyes, kind of medium skin, and what else were we? What else were we describing?
That's basically just what your character looks like. So I think
okay, he's medium build. He's not super like buff, but he's definitely not a weakling. So
all right, excellent. So as you all appear and you're looking at each other and you're looking around and you're just basically wondering what the hell is going on, the blonde man steps out from behind the desk. He spends a second comforting the other man who's on the ground at the moment, and he looks at you all and says that he's very sorry to have summoned you without your permission. However, this is a very important matter, and he hopes that you will understand. He explains that they have sent effectively 10 adventurers to their deaths, unfortunately, due to what's currently going on. So they had to find more powerful warriors in order to combat what is happening in the castle. He is being a little vague, so you can ask questions.
I'm sorry. Who the hell are you?
My name is Raiden Simmons. I'm just a librarian. I don't really I don't know what else to explain to you. But I am part of a certain organization, and while we can't reveal too much, we have been combating a certain King Raventhorn for a number of years, and at this point he is pushed to the point where if we don't act quite quickly, we could lose quite a bit of ground and may never be able to recover it, and that could lead to the end of this war in not our favor. So
okay, so I'm still in the library. So where's Aid? Where did Aid go?
I
Where
don't.
Are all the acolytes.
You're not in the library. We are actually in a small, separate dimension from where we currently need you to be, where he points to the man beside him and he says, Kenneth has created this tower for us as a base of sorts, though it is connected to the entrance to the castle. We brought you here. You're in a completely different world, and I do apologize. This is quite sudden and obviously against your will. But I implore you, we really do need your help.
At this point, Tyr's going to hold up his hand towards the guy like in a stop motion, and he's going to speak. He's like, I'm not a soldier to be pulled into your war. I have other tasks besides the squabbles between 2 different kingdoms. What makes this Raven King that you fear so much such a grand threat that you would drag us from our homes to face him?
At this point, the other man, the one who looks like he's might be a half drow, actually steps up And he stands there with both of his hands clenched very tightly, and he's clearly upset. They all look very exhausted, but also like they've lost quite a bit. And he says that the king is trying to gather all of the artifacts in our world that hold any amount of power, as well as absorb the power of mages in order to become godlike. We don't know what will happen when he becomes godlike. It's very important, not only for our world, but yours, that you help us.
I don't think we're in Whitestone anymore.
What you speak of, young man, is blasphemy. No mortal can become a god. It is not possible.
Please, that's not difficult.
Yeah.
Who are you to speak on such matters?
I think your
Me,
dimension.
Lucian. And clearly I know a bit more about it than you, so love you.
Oh. Arrogance.
Crib's gonna turn to the guy, the drow, and is just like, look, I don't know if you know the importance of the buddy system. I'm supposed to be with my friend Aid, and if I'm not, something horrible is gonna happen to either her or the book she's reading, and I need to get back to the real library, not this strange pocket dimension that doesn't even have a gift shop.
Yes. Quick question. What exactly is binding us here at the moment?
Currently, what's let me go in order. Yeah, the drow man, he introduces himself as Tin, and he says that you will be returned once our mage Kenneth here has regained some of his strength. There is nothing binding here necessarily, but can you get yourselves out? That is the other question. If you wait at least long enough, we will send you back. And it should be within seconds of you being pulled out of this world. There should not be much of a time difference.
I have a question.
Yes.
What if we die here? I can't do that.
Yeah, I have the same question.
We don't know.
Oh.
I don't think my mother can handle any more death. This is not good. What the hell are we doing? How do we fix this? And what the fuck? I'm over here having a conniption because I don't know what's going on. I mean, I'm listening, but oh my god, what? Ah!
Crib's just gonna kind of come over and pull you into a little hug.
Oh.
It's gonna be okay there, pal. I'm sure whatever's going on, we can get out of this. I mean, I have a book. Books help, right?
Generally, yeah, but I'm so used to doing a lot of research. As I am really book learned. So research, yes, please. Book, do you have?
Would you like to read about plant life? There's some really good pictures of stamen.
Sure, if it'll help us with this. Otherwise,
All right, I hand you the book, but I'm gonna need to return that to the other library, so please give it back. And
what's it written in?
Common.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, the man on the ground who's currently just catching his breath, he brings in quite a bit of air, he just sighs, and he says, look, our speculations suggest that if you don't help us, or at least if we don't get back, or we don't defeat one of the king's agents today in this world, that the king will become so powerful that he can just continue to mass accumulate power until he actually destroys the multiverse. That includes your worlds. It's not just ours. It begins with ours, but it extends past ours into your different realms.
That is unacceptable.
I mean,
It does sound rather pressing.
You should have brought the rest of the knights, if we're being honest.
I only had so much power, and I couldn't sense the rest of them. I'm sorry.
Oh, womp womp. So, let's start it a little bit over. I'm Lucian. Who are all of you? And what exactly do you do?
I'm Emily.
Oh, you're perky.
My friends think I'm nice.
Excellent.
Vincent Arroyo, I'm a half elf.
Nice.
I just shove my hand in your direction for a big old handshake, and I'm like, I'm Kriv. Some people call me the shit, but as far as I know, I can grow a good potato, and I'm real good at stabbing things.
Excellent. Good to know. Handshake.
You're all killing me here.
I am your hill chef. I am a cleric to the grandmother. I heal mostly. I'm not usually summoned to battle, want to be gods.
Well, I mean, it's a Saturday. It's about normal. Right then. So no way out unless you recover, and you probably won't send us back unless we do this for you. Am I right?
Well, no, we would send you back if you didn't want to. We're not so evil as to say that you have to go to your death, but we are suggesting that if you don't, you might die anyway.
I would think if nothing else, it's worth our time to investigate. See if their claims of such a threat hold any truth.
Well, then what's your world worth to you?
Not much, to be honest.
No, not you. Them.
I think our world is worth just as much as yours. Would you not want to lend a hand to save the initial world before it kind of gets out of control and snowballs into all the other worlds?
I mean, I'm in the middle of a bit of a war at the moment. Okay, right. No, what will you give us in order to help you? You see how this works?
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, what is the benefit for us other than not total annihilation?
At this point, Tyr is just turning his head slowly to look at the other two people like, excuse you?
I did hear another voice. I'm not sure if it was Lemley or Kriv.
Oh, I just, not dying seems like a pretty swell deal on itself, but I do have one request. Could you possibly acquire a magical musical instrument for me?
I mean, we do have a number of items in this world, so perhaps.
I really want to learn how to play the ukulele.
Well, we can check the. We can certainly check to see what we have in terms of magical items to reward you with.
Sold.
But we can also give you some potions of superior healing.
Those would be most appreciated.
We only have one for each of you at the moment.
Oh, that's fine. I brought my own.
Oh no.
Not? What? Oh, come on.
Some magic might not work the same in this world.
Calm down, Betty. Calm down.
Fine.
However,
are you sure? Are you sure you're okay?
Nope, fine.
Okay.
We do have some stones of far speech. We have one each, so we can keep communications with you while you're in the castle. We can only give it to one person, though you can all take turns if you wish, but I don't know who would want it. If you so choose. Okay.
Jack. No, I'm sorry. Lucian. Lucian looks like he wants it.
I think that'd be the best. He does seem like a man of many words.
Definitely so.
Tin brings it over to you and puts it in your palm. And
thank you.
He asks if you're he kind of assumes that you know how to use it. So he's like, I assume that you know how to use this.
Yes, like push twice to talk, once to stop, whatever. Into the bag of holding.
But yeah, so basically, Raiden and Kenneth are both telling you that should you help and should we stop what's going on here, that they can bestow whatever magical artifacts that they currently have on hand.
Oh.
They do have a number. There could be one for each. But beyond that, they cannot really reward too much else because they're running low on supplies, but they do have some magical items that could be of use.
Excellent. What are we taking with us then?
Currently just the healing potions. And
We
yourselves.
shall claim our reward after we have done our work, I guess.
I just wish to point something out. You want us to go and save your world, but oh no, don't take the magical items until after. Yeah, okay, fine.
Oh
To be
no,
fair-
so we have to find it, and we're currently pressed for time. So unfortunately, we cannot just spend the next hour looking for what would be appropriate for warriors of your level.
Well, Criv slaps Lucian on the back. Is like, "Come on, pal. I'm sure you're strong enough as is, right?"
Oh, unbelievably so.
Well, then we ain't got
then,
nothing to worry about.
where do we go?
Well, we will move you. So if you leave through that door over there, pointing in this direction, you will enter the castle. So the doorway of this tower has been magically imposed on the doorway of the castle. So you should be able to walk through right into the castle doors. We don't know exactly where this agent is. We know that there are still enemies in the place. We were only able to recover certain adventurers, so the bodies of the previous group might also still be in there. We presume that the king of the castle, King Aris, is currently dead, but we're not entirely convinced. He could have been captured. So we ask that if you find him to please bring him back. It is very important to us. Yeah, he basically they estimate that there's probably at least 4 strong enemies left, as well as several minions. But this is just from whatever they were able to see. The mages' names we have from left to right on the screen. I'm just going to center. So left is Raiden Simmons. Next is Kenneth Webb. And the final one, the drow, is Tim Theron. And they introduce themselves to you formally, just so everybody can recall who they are. Yeah, so basically they just say that the person you're looking for to defeat is a man in a crow mask and a red cloak. They also say that if you find... Sorry?
Shouldn't be too hard to find.
No, but they estimate that he's in the royal quarters, which is on the other side of the castle. But sorry, yes. So he's most likely in the other side of the castle in the royal quarters. Is there any other information you need to know before we move?
Is there any particular way to kill this man exceptionally well?
Tin says that the man himself is not exceptionally strong. He is mortal. He just is very clever and is also somewhat of a coward. So he has mostly used minions and other such people to do his work.
So expect
So-
a lot of trickery, is what you're saying.
I think at this point he doesn't have much left in terms of his tricks. It's hard to say. But we do suspect that once you find him, it should be like getting there might be the hardest part. But they're not sure.
Well, if getting there is going to be the hardest part, then perhaps we should get going.
I want to agree.
All right. So I'm going to move you all and then recenter.
On the way out, Lucian would, I guess, still have the book that he was reading to Maggie. So he would put that in the pouch that goes to the library.
Sure.
Does it work?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. He's going to do that, and then he's going to write a note and then put it in there as well.
I'm going to be writing a lot of this down because I have a feeling that people in Whitestone are not going to believe me.
I'm gonna lean over to Lucian. What book were you reading?
Advanced Thaumaturgy. It's
Ooh.
basic reading for her at her age.
For who at who what?
Our daughter, Maggie.
Yeah, a little
Aw.
sweet.
Absolute sweetheart. Very precocious.
Well, let's make sure you get home to her safe and sound then.
Oh, thank you. I would love to see her grow into her eye stalks.
I think I thoroughly misunderstood what you meant when you said daughter. Did you say eye stalks?
Yes.
What
Is
exactly?
that so strange?
Sorry, what?
What?
She was like, is that so strange? Eye stalks?
All right, we might actually have to do more theater of the mind because I can't recenter the screen like Throck wanted me to.
Oh dear.
You're supposed to hold shift and left click. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we are.
I just have to hold it for longer. There we go. Excellent.
Wow.
So you're all in the beginning of the castle. Now it opens up to a very expansive marble floor, as well as obsidian. There's some obsidian running the length of this hallway. Grand entrance. On either side of the entrance are giant statues of. They look Egyptian, but in this case they are wolves. Further down, some of you might be able to see better than others. There are some statues of some great warriors. Some of them, these two statues, basically midway through, excuse me, have symbols of Selune or Saloon on banners around them. And then towards the very back of this grand hallway, there are two staircases leading to the second floor, as well as a slightly narrower hallway leading to a set of double doors, which you believe might lead into, say, a larger kind of opening room.
Anyone find this surprisingly vacant?
I was just thinking the same thing. If they know that they're supposed to be under attack, where are the guards?
I mean, they've sent in 10 others to their death. They may have already taken down the ones from here.
That's a good point there.
I'm going to check for traps in here because I don't trust this.
All right, because it's so large, I'm probably gonna let you like do sweeping checks,
Okay.
as opposed to like standard 30 feet or whatever it is. So you can just roll a perception for now.
Okay.
Sorry, I do have to beat myself for a second.
Let's see. So what do I add to the roll?
You should just click the perception on your character sheet, and it will in the Roll20. That way the audience can see it.
So 16 is my passive wisdom perception. I'm sorry.
So for your character sheet, I can open it up real quick on my screen to take a look. You have you have proficiency in everything apparently. So I would say perception, it would be like +3, and I would say you would probably have proficiency in that. You wouldn't have proficiency in necessarily everything, but I would think that as a ranger you would have proficiency in perception.
Oh, okay. So my current where I've got it is on skill checks. I've got a 6, so I got a 16.
Okay. Excellent. I would say that you don't see anything in this general area. However, from your vantage point, you think that the front of these statues look a little bit weird.
Okay. Yeah, this is not what I would suggest is safe. We're going to want to be very careful, you guys.
Noted.
Yeah, you can even point it out to them that it's literally the front of these two statues.
Yeah, the front of the statues is a little risky in my opinion.
Well, considering they sent 10 adventurers to their deaths, I expect nothing but some strange-looking statues.
Just so the audience can see what the statues look like, I'm going to center the screen here. Oops.
All right. Does anyone mind if I take the lead on this one?
No, by all means.
Have at it.
Grand. And Tyr's going to hold up his shield in a defensive posture and begin to slowly advance.
I think I'm going to stick with the back because I have ranged weapons and I have a couple of daggers and a longbow, so I'm going to stay near the back so I can get a pretty good range on everything if anything goes to shit.
Same.
I'll stick close to the front. I'm best when close.
Good.
I'll go up to Criv and Tyr.
Actually, Tyr turns to you two and is like, could you hold here for just a moment while I check for this trap?
After you, sir.
And Tyr is going to advance towards the statues.
All right, so the two, which one? The one on the left or the right?
Let's do the one on the left first.
All right. You should be able to move your character, which is...
I cannot because of my
okay.
issue I was having earlier.
I will move you.
Okay.
And I'm going to put the screen here.
Do I set off any traps as I approach?
No. Can you see where you are?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, 1 moment. Alright, what would I look at to see what exactly is going on with the front of the statue?
Investigation.
What's so funny with it? Alright,
Yeah.
1 moment. Not one of my better stats, but not bad either. 1 moment, it is coming up. Investigation. Come on, Oakland.
Oh, that's excellent. All right.
Well, that it is. I can't see it.
It's a 20. Not a natural 20, but a dirty 20. All right. So you notice that in front of where the paws on the statue are is what looks like a trap door embedded in the marble. Now, you know that if you were to step on it and say it was actually set up, because you do notice that there seems to be a way in which you could lock this type of trap to keep people from actually succumbing to it. but it's currently active. So since it's active, you think that if you were to step on it, it would release you somewhere. It would probably collapse under your weight.
All right. Tyr's gonna pull out his mace and he's gonna push on it to see if he can see inside of it.
All right. Yeah. I mean, with the lighting that's in this room, it's fairly easy to really see for the first couple feet. You notice that it actually opens into like what is effectively a chute, and you think it probably leads into the dungeon somewhere.
Got it. All right. At that point, Tyr's gonna head back to the rest of the party.
All right.
Looks like those traps are meant for someone to walk onto them, go down a chute into somewhere horrible down below.
Is that where everybody else went? Is that why they're kind of lost?
I'd be willing to bet someone went there.
Great.
Well,
But we're not on a rescue mission at the moment.
I mean,
They can come through and rescue their comrades when all the danger is dead.
Or we can do it on the way back out.
Yeah.
After we get this settled.
If we have the opportunity, perhaps.
Yeah.
The trapdoor still open?
No. It basically closed when he lifted his mace off.
It's like one of those trash cans where you push it and then it just swings.
Trash chutes.
Essentially.
Trash compactor.
You're here at 9 a.m. with trash chutes.
Lucian would like to go over to it and like push on it with his staff.
Sure.
And he's got devil sight, so it's 120 feet even through like pure darkness. So what do I see?
Okay, so I have to change what you can see and roll twice.
Oh yeah, sorry. That's through magical darkness, everything.
Yeah, wow. I didn't know. I didn't remember, I guess. If you didn't put it in your sheet, then I don't know, but right. Okay. Yeah, so I'm not going to move you over there, but basically when you push down on it and you look through, it looks pretty much like it leads into a cell in the dungeon.
And that doesn't look good. No, you're right. It's like a cell.
It's what I said. Do you not trust my judgment?
Well, you
I don't think we trust any of each other right now. So sorry, but there's a little bit too much of a trust right now. Not that we don't. I don't believe that you have the best intentions. I don't think anybody has the best intentions right now. We're just trying to get home.
I'm just trying to kick some king ass.
well, I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I'm trying to make sure my world doesn't blow up. I got friends in there.
Yeah, like I said, we're trying to get home in one piece so that we can actually like live our friggin' lives.
I could take or leave my world.
What?
I could take or leave my world. It's not a great thing.
I'm not touching that.
All right, well, we stand around arguing about who loves what and who doesn't care if who dies, or we can move forward.
Yeah, let's just keep walking. We're wasting time.
All right. Just assemble your characters in the walking order that you would be in.
I'm in the back. Very back.
I think Tyr is going to stay in the front.
All right.
I'm right there with you, buddy.
Ooh, got like a...
What was
that? Okay. So I'll just put the characters like that. So as you're moving, I can move you as a group. If Lucian's gonna be in the back, then I can just move you as a group. It's an odd number, so all right. How far forward do you want to move in terms of like, do you want to move up to where the next set of statues are, or?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the best bet.
All right.
It's so big.
It is very big. This is literally the biggest map that I have. So
Is this long hallway? That's the biggest map you have?
oh no, this entire
Oh, okay. Overall.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is literally an entire castle. So we're just on the first floor.
My home turf.
So yeah, so
I
you
was-
see the warriors of Sailor a little bit better now. On either side of them there are banners with the classic eyes and 7 stars. And themselves they look like they might be either past kings of this castle or perhaps past nobles that have served the royal throne.
My vote is we don't touch anything, because the last time I checked, castles that giant typically come to life and like to kill things.
Hmm.
Are you cool with that vote?
Yeah. I'd say we keep moving forward unless somebody detects traps or anything.
Hold on. And Lucian would like to cast Detect Magic as a ritual.
Heck, magic. Okay. So you want to spend 10 minutes.
No,
That's what it would
guess
be.
not.
You can do it if you want, and we could skip those 10 minutes.
I know we're time pressed, so no.
Okay.
They were very like, time.
Okay.
I have something.
Yeah.
Tier cast find traps.
Oh, okay. Nice. Within 120 feet. I'm going to say, for the sake of time, and since there's only slightly out of the reach, you do notice that these stairs specifically look a bit weird. Oh, you can't see. Hold on.
I was gonna say, what stairs?
Well, actually, the question I had is, are they trapped, and what kind of trap is it? Because find trap would tell me that.
Right. Okay, so if I can click on my thing, I know that chat probably won't be able to see this, so I'm gonna move you guys forward even more so that chat can see that. Do you think there is, because you guys would be coming up from the bottom, so you'd be able to see with, and plus you're using a spell. There is definitely a switch on this set of stairs that seems to make it turn into a slide. But it seems to be just that set of stairs.
And the other one seems clear?
Yeah.
All right.
Though
those stairs are trapped. So if we're going to go up, we go up those stairs.
I feel like if they're trapped, that means that's the one way they don't want us going, right?
Yes, and if you feel like you could make it up when all the stairs apparently turn into a slide, you're more than welcome to try going up there.
Don't worry.
Make that.
I got this. So, Kriv's gonna go over to the set of stairs that's trapped, and he's gonna hop onto the banister.
Okay.
And he's gonna shimmy his way up the banister.
All right.
Peter is not going to do that.
What I will say is that once you get up there, the banister leads into a wall, and the entire second floor seems to be something you can't reach. So it's completely boarded up with objects. So there's like a couple random beds, a dresser, everything just trying to like block this open, what was once an open area into the second floor.
Right.
And you're the only one he's the only one that can see that?
Yeah, so these are fairly big stairs. Like, you would have to be directly in line of sight with the bottom of the stairs, looking up, and then like probably up a couple steps to be able to see this blockade. So as soon as Kriv starts shimmying up, he kind of already notices it.
You know, destroying blockades seems to be the one thing my thick skull can do pretty well. So I'm gonna try.
Not wrong.
I'm going to try and headbutt the blockade.
So how many points of damage does it take?
I'm gonna have fun seeing this.
So what do I roll? Because I am very much looking forward to this.
I would say that's athletic.
Unarmed attack?
But no, it'd just be athletics, I think.
Just
for now.
athletics?
You're not trying to do damage necessarily.
All right. This I can do.
Lucian, in
Yes.
your
20.
ear, you hear Tin's voice asking whereabouts in the castle you currently are.
Oh my dear gods, we are right at the entryway still. Did you see how long the hallway is? Really? Really?
Well, yes, but we just wanted to see if there was an update.
Who are you talking to?
Let's see. Trapdoor, stairs, barricade. There's your update. Talk to you later, darling.
I love this game.
He's going to quickly say that you have to move through the great the ballroom in order to get to where you need to find the guy.
Mm.
To get to the
Ballroom?
floors. Yes, which should be on the first floor. Though Kriv does successfully knock down the barricade.
Oh,
At least part of it.
Kriv. It's on the first floor. Sorry.
What?
Is there anything interesting up there?
Hold on, let me take a peek through. What do I see on the other side of this here barricade?
Roll perception, because you only see like through. You've knocked down one object, so you can kind of stick your head through.
All right. I love how I suddenly become Southern. Like Kriv has never been Southern.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
So for an
Whoa!
just going to let the chat know that a couple of these characters are actually from streams. So Lucian is from Mimic Nights that happens when?
The second, fourth, and fifth Tuesdays of every month.
And Kriv is from Anima Distortion, which happens usually Saturday nights, but we're currently on hiatus until the new year.
Which breaks my heart.
Yes, it makes us all sad. I usually play in that too. And the other characters are all from their own little worlds, not necessarily other stream games, but perhaps in the future they might be. So I just want
That would be fun.
As for what Kriv sees a open hallway. There's a lantern that's been burnt out on the wall. There is basically just wooden floorboards. There's not a lot going on up here except for this barricade.
Well, I do think this may be the most boring hallway I have ever seen.
That sounds incredibly disappointing.
So I just slide down the banister with a wee.
Yes.
I appreciate that, really.
I wonder why they thought barricaded off. There's nothing up there.
I believe that's what we call in the business a red herring.
Yeah, so that's like a diversion.
Red hair.
Or there was someone in there and they used magic to pull them out.
All right.
Actually, I'm going to get onto that stone. Hello, Tim. Tin.
Yes, hello.
So, this ballroom, it's on the first floor, you said?
Yes.
And that's where you need to get to. Excellent. The second floor, does it go above the ballroom by chance?
I believe so. I've never personally been in this castle. And he pauses and you can hear in the background Raiden explaining the layout. He says that it does open into the balcony, but a lot of the second floor has been partially destroyed, if not completely blocked off. So the balcony that would normally actually open up into a downward facing view is partially destroyed. So there's not really a lot of balcony to stand on up there. It's quite a hazard.
How far is the balcony to the floor? Out of curiosity.
Quite far. Think about probably a full story.
Oh,
These are
yeah,
high
okay.
ceilings.
Right.
Oh.
Big. Right.
Enough for you to go splash.
Yeah. So actually, for what your characters are seeing, the entire Great Hall spans a full 2 floors in terms of its ceiling height. And you can estimate that it's close or roughly close to the distance. And it's not necessarily that each floor counts as 2 floors. It's just based on what this Great Hall seems to suggest, the floors themselves are very high, high ceilinged. So you would, in theory, take falling damage should you fall incorrectly.
Right then. Thank you, Tin. Toodles.
So I guess our only way forward is through the front door.
Apparently. You know they've never been in here before. I mean, really.
What are they going off of ski mats?
Tin has never been in there before.
Sounds incredibly unreliable.
Raiden was giving the information, so you assume that he has.
Yeah.
I'm going to suggest, Lucian, have him hand over the stone over to the other person who has been in here before and talk to them directly instead of doing backseat driving kind of thing.
That's a good idea. Next time I talk to him,
Okay.
And I suppose our next course of action will be to see if this giant door is trapped.
All right, so it's a set of double doors, and I can move you to the front as a group.
I'm going to tell you all now, I'm not very good at finding traps without magic, and I prefer not to use up all my spells.
Don't worry, I got a surefire method to finding out if this is trapped.
Uh-oh.
Is it to
Is it
kick it
running
open?
into it?
I'm gonna just run straight into the room.
Oh,
No!
Here, hold up his shield defensively.
I'm gonna get bow ready in case we get the shit knocked out of us.
all right, 1 second. So,
That's what we call a
Rivko's
decision.
barreling through,
Not a good decision, no.
knocking the doors aside.
Question for you: can you rage? Are you have the capability of raging?
What was that? I can't hear you. I'm running face first into a room of danger.
Yeah,
I was asking you, not your character.
Ooh,
no.
unpleasant.
You can't rage. Why are you doing this?
Because I'm a genius.
All right, so
Oh no!
all to roll for initiative. And in order to
Most
do
unpleasant.
for those of you who are new, so this is what the party is
Zero
doing, for the chat. So basically what they see ahead of them are several enemies, 2 displacer beasts, which are looking a little bit hurt, and some cultists and a couple kenkus, as well as a series of dead adventurers on the ground. And throughout this hallway, it's very brightly lit, so I might extend your view. You should be able to see relatively well. Throughout this room, there are dead bodies and blood, knocked over tables. There's bits and pieces of the balcony actually fallen into this room. So where there's a border, you can most likely expect that it's rough terrain. And just in general, this room looks like a mess. Most of the floor is stained red.
Wait, which token is mine?
Sorry, your token is the tiefling thing. I have to pull out the turn order, I believe. There we go. And then I've got to do some rolls myself.
I got an 18 total.
Okay, I need you to roll just because I need you to click on your token and do that. So I can put it in the turn order. Because otherwise my brain will not remember.
Not sure how to do this on the.
So you click on your token, which is the ranger looking one, and then you go to your core stats page, and there should just be an initiative box that you can click on the name for.
Oh, okay. Give me a second.
Yeah, I've got a roll initiative for these beasties.
I have an initiative of 3.
Excellent.
I am so excited. This is gonna be so fun.
I don't know what Click on my token. What do you mean, click on my token?
Yeah,
So,
I'm wondering the same thing.
all right. So the left-hand side of your screen has like a toolbar. At the very top, there's an arrow icon, like the mouse cursor. Make sure that's like clicked on. Then your tokens are down here. I will be moving them up in a second. So what you will do is you just press on the token with your mouse button. Don't hold it, just like click on it gently. And then it should like kind of pop up in terms of like, circles. And then you just press initiative in the character sheet. I'm going to extend your views. So
Yeah, nope. I am so confused by what you're talking about. I'm so sorry.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Do you have the sorry, do you have so do you know how to highlight your token? Or which part are you confused with? So I know how to highlight.
I have it clicked. Oh, and like I don't know where you're meaning.
So in your character sheet, if you go to the character sheet tab, it should bring you to the core stats page. If you're not in the core stats page, just press like core stats.
I am, yeah.
And then there should be an initiative like box. You just click on the word initiative.
I did that. That's how I rolled for it, but it's not.
It should be. Oh, it didn't put you in.
No.
I should be able to add you.
Okay.
So I'm giving everybody 300 feet of view because this is a fairly brightly lit space. So anything past that point is just hard to make out. And I'm going to add hold on. I'm not sure how to do that, apparently. So can you try doing that again? But you have to make sure that your token is highlighted.
Why do I keep hearing a dog?
It's not a dog, it's the dice rolling. All right, cool, you're in there.
Am I?
Excellent.
Yeah,
so actually, you get to go first.
I
am going to move you all into the room so that you're not having to spend your entire turn moving. I am putting Kriv slightly ahead, so yeah. This is what you all see. We're going to shift in on this.
Oh, most unfortunate.
That's a mess.
It is a mess. There are dead adventurers. You see a dead tiefling, a dead human, a dead gnome with a lance, basically the entire size of her body beside her. Bigger than her body, twice the size. And then there's a dead halfling over in the one corner.
Oh, shit.
I'm not cleaning this up.
You're not cleaning this up. No one's expecting you to.
Do we have time for Tyr to shout out something to the party real quick?
Talking's a free action, but what is it specifically?
He's just gonna tell him to stay close to him.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. I have to switch to battle music. 1 second.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you guys are all gonna hear Tyr just shout out. All of you need to stay close to me. Trust me on this one.
Exactly do that. I've only got 2 fists and a flute, nothing really versatile in the other direction.
Now that's unfortunate for you, isn't it?
I was ready for a bar fight.
I was ready for chapel.
All right. I'm setting the volume so that it's good on my end, but again, if it's too loud, you can go into the gear, and there's a master music volume for yourself as well. Yourselves, I should say. All right. Lemley, you guys don't get a surprise round because obviously they could probably hear you in the next room. They seem to have just been taking a break, so to speak. Because some of these adventurers definitely look like they might have been gnawed on a little bit by the Slicer Beasts.
Ooh.
I'm not going to get into too many details. But, yeah, so Lemley, you see quite a few enemies. They are readying themselves. What do you do?
I'm just, despite what Tyr said, I'm gonna run in head first after this.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Right.
For some fun times. I can go 40 feet, so that's about right here, I believe.
Yeah. I'm not too worried about super accuracy, but move generally the amount that you should be moving.
Cool. And getting to reach. Oh wait. Do I right now?
Sorry?
Because I can't reach. I'm just gonna use automatically. I'm gonna use Fangs of the Fire Snake. I'm gonna use a key point and extend my reach from right here and just beat the guy in front of me. This guy.
All right. So, just to give you a description of this guy, he's wearing a cloak that looks like it's feathered, but it's entirely red.
Ooh,
And then the two similarly dressed men behind him are wearing black feathered cloaks, as well as a like half bird masks.
Similar description. I'm going for it.
All right, excellent. Roll your attack. So for that, you just roll your particular skill that you're trying to use. So it's unarmed strike after extending your reach. That hits. So to roll your damage, just hit the unarmed strike name. 10 damage. Excellent.
Wait.
Yes.
And that's it. I'm just gonna hit twice again for my second attack and for bonus action on like offhand attack.
Okay.
Just to keep.
Yeah. So just roll twice again because you still have to connect.
Nice.
Excellent. So those all hit. Roll your damage. Excellent. 9 and 6. So 15. He's not down yet.
And because I hit, I'm gonna use a key point for it and do an extra 1d10 fire damage.
Oh Jesus.
So
okay. Let's see. Let's see what that damage is. 2. Okay, he is still up. Barely.
dang.
You just like come out of nowhere. Sorry?
Sorry, I need to not talk.
No. Go ahead. What were you saying?
I was just saying, I was just running up. I'm taking no caution to this. I saw Kriv run in and I disregarded all of Tyr's words.
So yes, you come right in and you extend your reach and you just like pummel him And he like at first he gets the first hit and he kind of sneers at you and he's just like, yeah, this is not bad. And then you just keep hitting him and he's just like, how are you hitting me from that distance? Like it's remarkable to him. You can see it on his face that he's like, I did not expect this to happen. All right.
Maybe too stuck, but I've got reach.
It's the Kenku's turn, and they're kind of making some frightened bird noises, but it can surround you. Yeah. And they're both going to attempt to attack you. I had their sheet open. Do I know what happened to that sheet? No. So I'm gonna have to reopen it.
It was a caution.
All right. So they have. Currently, they're just using short swords. Oh, loud. I don't know how to turn. Oh, that's not my side. Never mind. I'm assuming that a 12 and an 8 do not hit.
Yeah, no.
All right. They're a little bit afraid. They can't even move away right now. But it is the cult fanatic's turn. The person you've pummeled, and he's actually going to just move. Does it count as a? If you extended your reach for one turn, it doesn't last? Okay.
I don't think so.
He's just gonna move behind this displacer beast.
Oh wait. Yeah, no, it doesn't.
No, I didn't think so.
Just for my turn, not for reactions.
All right, so Vincent.
Yes. Let's see. So the guy that was just pummeled got a reactionary escape.
No, it was his turn and he decided to escape.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? Okay, sorry, I'm getting a click on the gear. Sorry, I'm.
That's okay. We are doing okay for time. I'm hoping this won't take more than about half hour, 40 minutes, just so we can have our break relatively on time.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
And I'm not understanding what you're asking, Jack.
Take your turn first. Take your turn first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to. I have my longbow. I am going to go ahead and let me get back to where I need to be here. I'm going to use my movement to go 30 feet.
All right.
Let's see, how do I?
So you would just click on your token and drag, basically. So like click, hold, and then drag. Onisama-chan in the chat asks, hey, I wasn't paying attention to the schedule. What are you friendly folks playing? We are playing 5e standard for the most part. There are a few homebrew things in it, just because of different worlds coming into play. So we are playing a game where everybody's character is from a completely different world. They've been summoned here to help defeat an enemy that plans on bringing about the destruction of the multiverse.
Okay, how many attacks how many actions do I get? Just one action and a bonus, or what?
I believe so, because you are a ranger. I don't know if rangers have...
Rangers have 2 attacks.
Okay.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and... Am I within range of one of these Kenku that I can get a shot off?
Yes.
With a longbow?
You should be able to, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do 2 longbow attacks at the Kenku on my left of this over here.
Yep, so just hit the longbow attack twice.
Nice.
Excuse me.
Wow.
Both of those hit. So to roll damage, you just hit the longbow on the attack roll itself. So you just hit where it says longbow +5. In the like little text box.
Oh. Okay, so for the first one, and then for the second one, there we go.
All right,
Nice.
so that's 14 points of damage, which means that it is down. It just kind of lets it a squawk and collapse.
And then I am going to. Can I use a bonus action to throw one of my daggers?
I don't think it's a bonus action.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no, because I
Okay.
think you have to have like rogue-like abilities to do that.
Mhm. Okay, then I think that ends my turn.
All right, Lucian.
All right, then. So one of them ran away. That's rude.
Well, ran away behind a displacer beast, most likely to potentially heal. Who knows?
Well, let's not give him the opportunity, shall we? I'm going to hit him with Eldritch Blasts.
Oh, that's 120 feet, right?
Oh, it sure is. Let's see. And go to number 1.
Nice.
And number 2.
Holy fuck. Yeah, so I would say roll damage. Definitely for a second one. Let me double check. I mean, it really doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna kill him.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, he's more than dead. If you want to direct the Eldritch Blast somewhere else with that roll, feel free.
Yeah. Let's see, the other 15. I guess this Kenku on the right.
All right. Roll damage for that.
Boop.
That kills him.
Nice.
The Kenku
Yeah.
is dead. Both Kenkus and the cult fanatic are dead.
Teamwork.
The displacer beasts are looking fairly hungry though. So
Oh shit.
Kriv, it's your turn.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that. All right, I'm gonna move on up here, and I'm going to unleash my dragon breath on this displacer beast here on the right. Let's see, where is that clicky little button?
the clicky little thing.
Ba-boom! Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that doesn't hit for a variety of reasons. Nivomi in chat says that's exactly the way it used to be. All right. Okay. So is that your turn?
I'm seeing if I can do anything else. I'm gonna use my extra attack to try that again, actually. Boom. Oh, come on.
Neither happened.
I guess I just sort of belch a little and lightning kinda comes out.
Go like cough. Blech. All right.
Nat 20 on the other side.
Do you have a cold?
All right. And that's okay. So that's an attack and not just a saving throw.
Yeah, that's just a straight up attack.
Oh. Okay.
As far as I know, I might have entered it wrong, but let me check.
For the sake of this world, we're gonna say it's an attack. But I think like the way dragon's breath attacks work usually is I believe it's just a saving throw because they kind of do a cone.
Yeah, it is. I think I just entered that wrong.
So the saving throw, if you can fix it for next time, the saving throw is effectively, I believe, whatever your spellcasting would be.
Yeah. No, I can fix it. Sorry about that.
That's fine. All right. So, it is the Displacer Beast's turn. The Displacer Beast, I forgot to mark this guy as dead, but he is definitely dead. The Displacer Beast is going to come up to Kriv.
Bye, Chris.
And it's going to attack twice with its tentacles. So if anyone doesn't know what a displacer beast is, they basically have like spiky tentacles coming out of their shoulder blades. Do those hit?
Let me just take a look, see.
20 and 21?
I think they do.
That's the damage they do. 9 bludgeoning, 4 piercing, and so basically 13 and 11.
Okay. That's fine. Alright.
It's
You're
fine.
level 8, so you should have decent HP, maybe.
Yeah, no, I do. I'm good.
Alright, and the other one's going to come up to Lemley. And attack twice. But do fairly worse. Does a 16 hit?
No, I have 17.
Okay, so neither of those hit. So you're just like moving out of the way. Just like, this isn't gonna hit me. You're not fast enough. Tyr, it's your turn. Most of your party members have left your area of influence.
No, don't stay by the guy who says stay close to him. No, there couldn't possibly be beneficial effects to this.
I'm gonna put an aura around you, I think.
For the shield?
Yeah, I don't know if I can do it necessarily. Square.
Alright, let me take a look
There we
real quick,
go.
see where I want to go. I think the best thing for Tyr to do right now would be to move up and get next to Kriv if I have the movement for it. Unfortunately, I cannot move my guy.
Alright, so you're gonna get... So you have 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
You can get pretty close. If Kriv were to move back 5 feet, he would be in the reach. Though, if you want to expend your action, you can move like an extra 5 feet if you wanted.
I think it's more important that I do this. Remember the first magical item?
Yeah.
Tyr is going to pull a horn out that looks suspiciously like the one horn still on his head, and he's going to blow on it. You all gain 1d6 inspiration dice as you hear this horn blow.
Ooh.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Healing Word on Kriv.
Oh, you big old softy.
All right. That's not bad.
I'll take it.
And he's going to look and say, all right, step back to me.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Can't do that, old man.
Then you don't benefit from my magical effects.
All right.
And that's the end of my turn.
Lemley.
Okay, sorry. My
Oh, that's
volume
fine.
just cut out.
So it's just your turn.
Okay.
It's fine.
Well, there's this placer, he's right in front of me, and I'm just gonna punch it. Because that's what I do.
You're going to punch it a lot.
A lot. I'm gonna punch it 3 times.
Excellent.
I'm just gonna do them all right now, yeah.
All right. Okay. 2 of them hit.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you can roll damage for the 13s. All right. So that is 13 points of damage. Excellent. It is looking a little bit hurt.
Yep, that's it.
All right. Okay, Vincent.
I am going to. Okay, which of the beasts is the most damaged? You would say the left or the right?
The left is the most damaged in terms of displacer beast.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm having a hard time. I can't figure out how to get everyone's names and stuff, the pictures off of my screen so I can actually see the whole thing.
So basically what you do is you go into the settings tab and you scroll all the way to the bottom and it should say like player avatar size, names only.
So
go into the drop box and put names only.
Wait, settings? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
the
settings gear where you change that other setting.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Sorry.
Well, in the meantime, I'm going to move up and over to here so I have a better view, a better vantage point on the displacer beast.
Yep.
And I'm going to go ahead and do 2 longbow shots again.
Excellent. All right.
Did that take?
I
Yes.
feel like a 23 should hit.
And then the other one.
No.
Dang.
Yes. Roll your damage for both.
Okay. Let me get back into here real quick.
So something that you've noticed, specifically Lemley would have noticed this, when you actually hit the displacer beast, there was kind of a weird shimmer about it, and that kind of dropped the moment you hit it. So everyone would have noticed that the moment it dropped, it seems like you can focus on it a little bit better.
There we go.
7 points of damage. Awesome.
7 points doesn't seem like a whole lot.
Better than no points.
Better than not hitting them with lightning.
I believe that is your turn.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Okay, Lucian.
Right then, so we have an empty displacer on the left. I will take the first shot at the displacer beast on the left.
Excellent.
And a 1.
Okay.
Nice.
Is it still up?
Yes.
We are kind of annihilating these things.
That one does not hit.
Oh.
But
you do happen to have that inspiration dice still.
I do.
So that's a D6?
Yes, it is 1d6 inspiration dice. If you choose to use it.
Let's see. 14?
That will hit, yes.
Hey. Boom.
All right, 9. All right.
Best magical item I could have asked for.
Right. So it's looking pretty hurt now. Kriv, it's your turn. If that's all for Lucian.
That's it.
All right.
He's happy way back there.
Yes.
To put your beast in front of me, I'm
Yep.
gonna take 2 swipes with my falcata.
Nice.
Boom. And boom.
Both of those hit.
Sweet. 10 and 6.
Nice. I'm gonna go ahead and put my actual dice away because we're using all electronic.
Yeah, so unfortunately with Roll20, it's better for us because we can all see it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Throck has it all in... Oh, no, it's got switched. Never mind. It used to be just in the settings. But we're good now. I'm going to center over here, so maybe chat can see Lucian.
Oh, he's all the way down there?
Oh, that's a little too far.
I can see everything.
No,
Yeah.
he's hiding. It's fine. Just don't even notice him. It's fine.
That's
Lucian
fine.
does not need
Lucian's
to
off the
be
screen.
seen.
It's fine.
All right. It's now time for the cultist, who I apparently forgot about last turn. Or I hit the button twice. That does happen. I have a little bit of a trigger finger, I guess. I just kind of like click things a little too fast. All right, and they're gonna move forward. Actually, they're going to move towards Vincent.
Oh shit!
Oh
At
no.
least the one is from now. The other one can't quite make it there, so they're actually going to go up to Lemley. So we're going to start with the one near Vincent. The cultist is going to attack once. Does a 16 hit?
Yes, I have a 13 AC.
Okay.
Ow.
So that's only 3 points damage. It's not much. As for Lemley...
Considering I have 47 points, I'm good.
Yeah. 11 does not hit.
No.
Lemley. Nothing can hit Lemley, apparently.
I'm too fast.
All right, so both displacer beasts, you notice that the shimmering begins to come back up. So,
I have a question. I have a reaction. If I have a reaction, can I throw one of my daggers?
can you do it on a reaction?
I'm not sure. That's what I'm asking.
Think so. I'm not.
Okay.
Really...
I was gonna say if I have a way to react to this guy, I'm gonna throw a dagger, but it's up to you.
No, you would have to ready an attack in order for that reaction to work. Yeah, so the displacer beasts, they're a little bit harder to focus on now. You're finding it a little bit difficult to concentrate on them. It's for those of you who have been attacking. So that effect is once again brought back up. The one by Lemley is going to attack it twice. Attack them twice. Sorry, I was looking at the displacer beast and being like, it. With its tentacles. There we go. 7.
That one.
I believe so.
It slaps itself in the face with a tentacle.
Lemley, catch the tentacle. Catch the tentacle.
So, I believe that the 17 would hit, right? Does it have to go above, or does it have to just meet the?
I think it does hit. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it goes to the
Doesn't
roller.
Pi go to defender?
Yeah, I think if it matches.
It has to beat,
You
or it has to match or beat it. Yeah.
Okay, that's the way I've been playing with the enemies. So if you match their AC, you can hit. So that is total. 13 points of bludgeoning. 8 points of bludgeoning and 5 piercing damage. So 13 points of damage total, unless you have damage resistance.
No, not to those.
All right.
When I was wrong, it is tied to the attacker.
Okay. Cool. The other one is going to attack Kriv twice. Does a 23 and an 18 hit?
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately. Alright, so 20 points of bludgeoning damage, 7 points of piercing. So
Okay.
27 points total.
Alright, that's fine.
Apparently you get hit with the big numbers.
Apparently, I thought you loved me,
I
but
do.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
thought we were buddy pals, but I guess not so much.
Murder.
Wow.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
No, it's cool. I'm tough as steel, man.
Alright, Tyr.
You know, you say you're tough as steel. Now.
Yeah, 'cause I am. You got a problem with that, boy? You want to go? You want to tussle?
Wow. Okay.
Judging by how this fight has gone for you so far,
I mean, I ain't dead yet.
yet.
I am not yet dead. No.
All right. Would you kindly move me up next to Kriv?
Like here, like directly beside where you're in line with the cultist and displacer beast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kriv, your AC goes up by 1.
Awesome.
I am also going to cast. Ooh, which do I want to use? Because I gotta save the people. They're dying. Oh, what the heck, 7. Alright, I think I am going to cast... Yeah, I'm going to reach over, touch Kriv, and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. Excellent. 11 points of healing.
And I don't suppose I could use my bonus
Aw,
action
you
to
like
attack,
me.
could I?
No, not unless you have that feature, but I don't think you do.
I don't think I do. Tyr's gonna look at Kriv and say, "Please step behind me so you don't die."
Kriv is gonna go headfirst into everything. As much as that's about as much as I know about Kriv is Kriv goes headfirst into everything.
Oh no, it makes sense.
Lovely.
Tyr's very
Okay,
hard to kill.
I'm gonna use key point, so my bonus action I can take Step of the Wind, disengage, and
All right.
go over to Kriv over here. And I'm gonna attack that Displacer Beast instead.
All right.
Does that put
Two
her
attacks.
within my adjacent
It does not put them within your aura right? No.
blast?
Yeah. They're just outside.
Can I use my inspiration on that?
Yes. So that'd be 1d6.
Best item I could have ever asked for.
That unfortunately does not
11.
hit.
Okay. I will attack again with my second attack.
Oh, that hits.
Oh, there.
That unfortunately does not because its effect is up, I believe.
Oh,
No.
Because wait, did Kriv? Let me check. No, Kriv hasn't gone yet. And Tyr did not attack. So its effect is still up, so technically you would take the 12. So it does not hit,
Dang. Okay.
unfortunately.
That's cool.
All
We're having a
right.
good time.
But you do have its attention, so now it has to think between the three of you which it wants to snack on. All right.
yeah, kitty.
Vincent. Unfortunately, with the cultist so close to you, your bow attacks would be at disadvantage.
Yeah, I was gonna say use 2 dagger attacks.
All right.
So I'm gonna go dagger.
To do that, you would have to drop your bow.
Can
So
I not? Oh.
So next turn, you would have to spend your item use to pick it up. That's all it means.
Can I? Will the cultist get attack of opportunity if I move back
Yes.
and then fire?
Yes.
Then I'm still gonna do that just because I need to get away so I don't have to drop my bow. My bow.
All right.
So
you
instead of doing dagger, I'm gonna move back.
and
I'm
just
still
throw it.
facing him.
Yes.
So
when you move back, that's not going to hit you anyway.
okay.
So was that 30 feet?
I don't know.
We're going to say it's fine. I mean, it's 5 feet outside of that, but
I'll move back. There you go.
that's fine.
And then
Spirit Fire doesn't hit you anyway, so.
okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and do since that was my action or my movement, I'm going to do 2 longbow shots. That's not going to work.
One hits. If you're
The 12 hits?
If you're firing at the cultist, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So roll your damage for that one. So 4. It's pretty. It's you basically bloody it at that point.
Okay. Can I actually? What about the? Let's see. What's next to where the who's what about the cultist up by the whatever it is, the big creature, the one right next to it?
It's at full health.
Then I will go ahead and get the big creature on the left with my other.
Already
Yeah,
made 2
longbow
attacks
shot.
technically.
Huh?
You already made your second attack technically.
Oh, I did. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. All right. Lucian. Thanks
Let's
to chat mods for deleting that really bad comment.
I saw nothing. It's fine.
Yeah.
Right. So, let's see. There's 2 cultists that are being obnoxious, and they should stop that. Forever. So the cultist on the left is gonna get a blast to the face, maybe.
No.
Oh wait, do I have?
It manages to duck out of the way. You do not have the benefit of that inspiration anymore. It's only 1 die.
Ooh, well, take that one then.
That hits. That definitely hits, and that definitely kills it. It is dead. Your blast just kind of goes straight through its chest. It just collapses to the ground.
Once again, teamwork.
I definitely thought that Josh said paladin in chat. Like, that's a paladin. But no, that was not the case. All right, Kriv.
All right.
There are 3 enemies left.
I'm very excited to try this because I've never used this before.
Oh, good.
So I'm going to cast Booming Blade
on
the displacer in front of me.
Excellent.
If I can just pull it up here. Where did all my spells go? Oh, there's my spell. Boom, boom. Booming Blade. I was able to attack 21. Hit.
Do you? I mean, it would be a long shot. But would you want to use your inspiration dice? Because unfortunately, you're still technically at a disadvantage because no one's hit the displacer beast yet.
No.
Even with that 6, I doubt you'd hit it.
Yeah, I'm gonna save it, but I'm gonna also use my let's see, what's it called? My war magic to get an extra bonus attack with my Falcata.
Excellent.
And this, I hope to all hopes that this is gonna work. Let's see. Come on. Where's the clicky button? Where's the clicky button? Here we go.
Yes, that hits. That definitely hits.
Yay. All right. Well, boom.
All right. Take that damage. It's not bad. All right. So you manage to kind of break through its illusion, and as you do it, it dispels for the time being. Kind of just lets out this roar of displeasement. The cultist's turn is after you, if that is the end of your turn.
Yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna do.
The cultist wants to fuck off, to be honest. And he's going to actually move. He's going to use his action to disengage, and he's going to try and run away. So he can only move that far, but he definitely looks like he's about to, like, just bolt. It is now the displacer beast's turn again, so the effect does come back up. The one is going to move over closer to its friend, and it's going to take 2 attacks against here.
Bring it.
Does a 19 hit?
No.
Oh, excellent. The other one is going to also try to attack Tyr. And does not manage to do anything.
Tyr's sitting there with his shield just brilliantly blocking everything.
Nothing can attack Tyr right now. But it's now.
I have an AC of 21.
Yes, that is good to know.
So
All right, so Tyr, what are you planning on doing? I believe Craig is still hurt. You have a cultist who is fleeing, and the 2 displacer beasts who are looking for their next meal.
Kriv, on a scale of 1 to 10, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty okay.
Grand. Tyr is going to take his mace and he's going to hit the displacer beast on the left.
Excellent.
Let me pull up.
Now its effects are still up, so you're having a little bit of some trouble trying to concentrate.
That's fine.
Oh, I was apparently not attacking with the Displacer Beast last turn, but we're going to ignore that.
Now I have a question.
Yes.
Would I also be under the effects of that horn that I blew earlier?
I would say no, because if it's working similarly to the way the Bard's inspiration does, then you can't inspire yourself.
Alright. One moment. Roll 20 is slowed down for me. Catching up.
That's okay.
Basic mace attack. Do it. Come on.
Okay.
Maybe.
Last. Alright, let me check something real fast.
Oh no, it went through on my end.
Yeah,
But it's not going to be a hit.
It's not a hit.
22.
Displacer beasts have the displacement. They should be called displacement beast, not displacer, but
Awesome. Because of the feat that I took, the Shield Master, I'm going to use my my bonus action to shove the Displacer Beast on the right 5 feet back.
nice.
What would
You
I
can
need to
try.
do for that?
That
Strength?
would be in athletics against its strength.
Not bad.
After thinking about that, name was probably a displacement holder.
Boo.
Oh,
Ah, yeah.
I think I win that one.
failed. Yeah, it gets pushed back. So the one on the left.
The one on the right that was closest to Kriv and Lemley.
Okay, so it gets pushed back 5 feet.
Yeah,
that-
basically I want to tick these things off. I want them to focus on me.
I don't. Does that count as an attack of opportunity? That's a good question. I'm not sure.
It would push them out of their attack range.
Yes, but I don't remember if there's like a voluntary thing or not clause. I'm going to say sure.
Yay! I'm so
because
glad
it's
you
moving out of
did.
your range.
Give it a stab.
I'm gonna stab him so good, you guys. Oh, did I not stab him so good?
You did because he technically. Wait.
With
I'm gonna
that
say
shove
I'm gonna
right
because
there.
you technically would have had to check to see if you even hit him. I'm just gonna say that you did. And so that would go through. Yes.
Yay! Stabby stab.
I get to hit him too, right?
Yes, Lemley can try to hit as well. And that will hit.
Awesome.
Best decision I could
So,
have made.
total of 12 damage. Excellent.
Right. Great.
Come on. Excellent. All right. Lemley.
Would it be a
Sorry?
like action to fist bump Lemley?
That could be a free action.
Yeah.
Woo.
'cause I'm-
Fist
That was
bumps are
awesome.
free actions. So
Awesome.
Yes. Love it.
But I'm assuming not fist bump to the face. So I'm gonna run back up to the one he just pushed away.
I'm sorry, it like zoomed in as you said fist bumps to the face on the camera. So I was very amused. Yeah, no fist bumps to the face, but you have the chance to move in and attack.
Cool. And yep, just keep it going. I'm actually gonna do no, I'm not gonna do that. Never mind. I'm just gonna keep going and see what happens.
Alright.
Attack 1.
No.
Oh wait, I get to reroll that once. But oh wait,
You
it's
get-
already I guess
you
the advantage.
No, do you get to reroll or
Yeah, I'm half link.
Okay, so you can reroll your ones.
Would the other one be the reroll, like the side, or would I just roll twice? Because it's roll with advantage, right?
It's not roll with disadvantage or advantage right now, it's just normal. So you could just roll twice.
Okay.
So you can re-roll that one and then we can roll a second time for your next attack. First one hits.
Cool.
So 9 damage.
Second attack.
And that hits as well. 7. 16 points of damage.
And then bonus action.
Yeah.
Nice.
That also hits.
Nice.
You guys are just whittling them away. You're roaring with dissatisfaction and pain.
Disappointed.
Awesome.
So another 5 points of damage. Excellent.
Uh,
Dang, these things got a lot of health.
Excellent. Vincent.
okay. Again, I feel like a one-trick pony here, but I'm gonna go with the longbow on the displacer on the left.
Yep.
So
that one still has an effect, but that still hits because you got a 21 as your lower.
Okay.
So now the effect is dropped on that one as well.
Okay, I'm gonna wait until we find out what the damage is here, and then I might go with the. Okay.
It still has some. It's still up.
Then I will go ahead and go with another. Ooh.
Not bad.
Yes.
Not as much damage, but pretty good.
It's almost dead.
Oh, good! Yay!
It's just like now it's just starting to whine. It's kind of really sad, actually.
Aww. Sorry, I don't care.
Sorry, I don't care.
I feel so bad for you.
Oh no. Lucian.
Would I be able to use a bonus action to make an intimidate check?
You know what? I'll allow for it. Normally I don't, but I'll allow for basic things like that. Intimidation and persuasion can also work. Well,
Right.
not
No.
on this beast, but
Sorry, what?
go ahead.
Okay.
I was just saying if you wanted to do things like, persuasion or intimidation, I would not mind allowing that just because we are a little bit behind because we started.
All right. So, he's going to slam his staff on the ground, which it's like this smooth pole, kind of almost transparent-ish with a green creature's head on the top of it. And he's going to look at the two displacer beasts and say, "Serve us, eat the running one, or die." And he gets advantage on that.
Oh no.
So that would be against their wisdom?
I think so.
No, I'm just trying to think. You know what? The one that's almost dead is going to go and try and eat it the next turn it has. They seem to be thinking about it at the very least. As much as beasts can think. These are somewhat intelligent beings, so I would say that they could possibly understand if there's something bad happening.
Does the other one look like it's doing it?
Both look like they are uncomfortable and probably considering it.
Perfect. Zap the cultist.
All right.
Oops, I didn't mean to roll that with advantage, but either way.
That still works out. Yep.
Now the question is, will Kriv kill it anyway?
I think you need to worry about more Lucian.
Yeah. No, the first it dies with the first attack. So if you want to send the other one elsewhere, it's up to you.
Well, the one that was almost dead.
All right. Just as an example.
Yeah, exactly.
Excellent. So you're both dead.
And, well,
oops. Yeah, so both the Displacer Beast and the cultist are dead. The other one is definitely considering leaving. Of it. Not necessarily helping. Definitely considering leaving. It seems to be getting a little bit antsy. And
Get on this thing's ass.
one time offer.
One-time offer. Yeah, it can't reply to you. But it is Kriv's turn, so Kriv gets to decide whether or not he allows his Displacer Beast to leave. if the Displacer Beast chooses to.
So Kriv is judge, jury, and executioner here.
You know,
I think I'll let the thing live.
I don't like
Till
risk.
they come back and bite us in the ass. Really?
Maybe literally, yeah.
Pretty sure I'm gonna stab the shit out of this guy.
Seems appropriate.
Stabby, stabby, stab.
Alright, so
Got this,
1
Kriv.
and 2. Do
Did
either-
Kriv already use the inspiration dice?
Yes.
I did not, actually.
Oh, you didn't? Right, that's true. You could use it
So-
for 12 if you wish.
Could probably turn that into a hit.
Yeah, sure. What was the inspiration?
1d6.
1d6. The 16 hits, and the 12 now hits with a total of 15.
Alright, boom and boom for damage.
All right.
Nice.
Damage. I'm going to say that at this point, because you would have been, you would have angered it, it would have taken its next turn. However, given that it would probably target Lemley, it probably wouldn't have hit. So we're going to say that you actually have to defeat it. And I will say, based on the way it's going, it is defeated. Because we do need to take our break.
Yes.
Yay!
So would we
Maybe
be able to
teamwork.
take a short rest with this as well?
That is up to you. So the short break that we're having is 10 minutes of real time. However, the short rest in game would be an hour. Do you want to spend an hour?
If we do that, I get my horn back.
That is up to the party.
I get some pretty good stuff back if I do a short rest too, so I'm all for that.
But I think
I'm indecisive. I really don't have it much to gain from a short rest, but I'm good.
Vic, what does Lemley say?
I get key points back, but they also said we were on kind of a time crunch, I guess, if there are people dying, and he's trying to become a god, so.
Well, I'm gonna say that we can decide when we're on break.
Okay.
So we'll let Throck take this over, maybe, to put us on
Alright.
break.
Cool. I'm gonna go get more coffee.
I can't hear you.
him.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Throck.
You are muted, Throck.
I forgot to arm my microphone because I'm smart. I unmuted and everything. I just didn't arm it because I'm a smart guy. It is now 10 in the morning, and we have been going for a long time. I couldn't even tell. 22 hours is what we've been going for, which means we're coming into the final 12 hours after this, and it's been amazing so far. We're going to do 2 giveaways right now. Because Shuttlonics on this stream, I thought this would be the most appropriate time to give away the giant mimic dice box. And yeah. And along with that, we're going to give away a set of tabletop loot dice. You know, I feel like it would be more appropriate to do these 2 things as a single giveaway. Because it's dice in a dice box, right? Dice in a dice box. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do, Shuttle, you don't have it in front of you there anywhere, do you?
I can go get it real quick.
You should.
Hold on just a moment, folks. Check out the welcome to the party shirt as I get up.
Mine hasn't come in yet, unfortunately. So, like I said, I'm just
How much are those?
20.
20 something, yeah.
advertising.
So big and I love it. I want it.
Yeah, we're going to be
I
giving
want
that
so
away.
bad.
Hold 80 plus dice.
Oh!
I want
I can,
it.
then I can give my dice bag back to my old roommate who lends this to me.
Sorry, can you repeat what you were saying?
If you don't win one of these in the giveaway, I also sell them at my Etsy shop. But
I
free is
actually-
way better.
I have a small one of them.
Awesome.
Aww!
All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to open up the giveaway. It's a little tiny one. Beep, beep, beep. It's like a dice jail. It's like a mimic dice jail. All right, so we're gonna open up the giveaway with exclamation point mimic for a Shanalogic homemade, handcrafted from the Etsy shop, supersized mimic dice chest, and a set of tabletop loot dice.
Is that a mimic with a C or a CK?
C.
See.
Okay.
And with that, we're gonna go on break.
Womp womp. Come back later, guys.
Okay, I'm bringing us back in. We're back in. We're here and we are live. So as you all know, we are raising money for Trans Lifeline. Trans Lifeline is an amazing charity, nonprofit that is a trans-led nonprofit that provides microgrants to folks going through transition and charity. Mute thyself, young man. Mute thyself. That provides that provides microgrants for folks going through through transition and a peer staff crisis line to help support people going through transition, and that is that's really important to us as a community. We are an equity, inclusion, and education-based RPG community, and so being able to support someplace where we know we can see the money is going to help specific people is really important to us. So if you have the opportunity to give $1, $5, $10, whatever you feel like you can give to help support this amazing charity, click that donation button below. But now, I would like to announce the winner of our next giveaway, which is a set of tabletop loot dice and a bespoke, handcrafted mimic dice chest by our very own Shanalogic. Shanalogic, can you also put your Etsy link in the chat so people know where to find you? And so with that, we're gonna pick our winner. Zorkia Fox, you have won a Tabletop Loose dice set and a Mimic dice box. Congratulations!
Jazz.
It's dice time for you. Did I already get your information from a previous contest? I think I did. Yes, I think.
Yes.
2 wins in one night morning. I like that.
So for anybody who doesn't know, Shan also does custom boxes. And this is
Oh, that's cool.
she did for
Very Minecrafty. I love it.
Yes. And it does actually hold dice, which I have in here. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just see it.
I love the mini dice boxes. Those are cute.
Yeah, there's
You do good work.
Yeah, those only hold about one set of dice, I believe, the mini ones. But this one, this gargantuan monster, will hold 80 plus dice.
Oh my god.
Blah, 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 blah.
Feed me.
Nom, nom, nom. All right.
Unlike a certain Laura Bailey Willingham person who has like a huge head-shaped bag of dice. It's like, oh my gosh! Whenever I see her on Critical Role, and I'm just like, how the hell did you get all this dice? Like, that's gonna be a massive investment for her.
Right. All right. I am going to throw it back over to you all, Sagistan and Secondhand Samurai. Thank you for the follows. We're gonna get right back into game right now. I'm gonna turn myself off.
Rock on. Rock off.
All right.
Hey, is the feedback fixed?
A little bit.
Yeah, it's just mostly that you were generating a lot of noise in your mic from whatever you were doing.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
So, did you or did you not take a short rest?
I would encourage it because it would be really beneficial to me. But if the rest of the party said no, then what I'd probably end up doing is just going ahead and using a prayer of healing and going on.
I'm perfectly fine.
I'd say if we're under a bit of a time crunch, then I'd say you just do the healing instead of taking a short rest.
All right, then I'm going to go ahead and use prayer of healing, which is 10 minutes.
All right, 10 minutes is fine.
Yeah. An hour would just be a little like.
You all gain back 8 points of healing. Seriously, that's it?
Nice. That's basically put me back at full health.
Yeah, not so much for me, but it's better than nothing.
It is better.
Fear is going to hand Kriv his healing potion.
Oh, I don't need that, but thank you kindly.
Are you certain?
Yeah, I got my own. It'll be all right.
All right.
All right.
During that 10 minutes, Lucian would also cast a detect magic as a ritual. Might as
Interesting.
well.
Okay. Keeping in mind that it would have been cast back at the place where you just defeated. So can you cast that for me so I can see it?
Oh, it's going to be long past gone by this stat point.
Okay, just memorize it for me. Illustrations.
10 minutes.
So basically you take 10 minutes to cast, and then for 10 minutes, which is about the time it would take to have passed through here. Okay. Within 30 feet of you. As far as you know, you feel like you see the fading magic of this displacer beast. And you do, when you reach this point in the castle. So for the audience, I'm going to basically describe why we did this. One, it's because we started a little bit late, so I'm trying to catch us up in terms of time. But also, as they were going through, they noticed that there was, and this is also for you players, as you pass through the castle, you notice there's a couple traps that got actually set off by servants and other people who are trying to run away. Or like enemies that had fallen to these traps. They seem to be traps that were initially inlaid into the dungeon. You don't set anything off. You also notice that someone tried to set up a literal bear trap hanging from a ceiling. That seems to be the work of Kenkus. It does not seem to be the work of actual thinking people, because Kenkus are not necessarily known for traps. They're known for copying traps, and they don't have the best creativity. So somebody probably at one point showed them how to do that. I would blame kobolds. But it was very noticeable, so you managed to avoid it.
The blind
so no harm.
teaching the blind.
I
Pretty
won't
much.
use that metaphor, but yes. So you move forward, and when you get to this point, you notice that the doors that used to be here, leading into a very expansive courtyard, actually were blown open. So that's the residual magic, I suppose, that would be here as well. Is that these flames seem to have been produced by a magical spell. Beyond that, you can't sense anything else. You probably only have a short amount of time left on your spell.
Perfect. Right.
You are out of initiative, so I'm going to close that.
Thank you.
Tyr would probably move himself up to the front again.
All right.
And forward is to the right, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Sorry, I was just thinking about what you were saying to me.
Oh.
I don't know if anybody hears music.
I do.
Okay, good. I can hear it. But I turned it down so that I can concentrate on what you guys are saying. So I just wanted to make sure that it was playing. So I don't know if it's super loud for chat or not. All right.
How's the music, guys? Tell us in chat, please.
Yeah, it's up to, like, if they like the music, then that's fine. If not, then it doesn't matter. All right. So moving forward, you can probably see that this entire courtyard opens up into a very large, open, ceilinged area. White music. Okay. It might have stopped. It's supposed to be on repeat, but it might have stopped. That's fine. We'll keep going. It's more important for battles.
Okay, now I'm hearing it, so I think we're good.
Excellent. Okay, so some people are hearing it. Anyway, it opens up into this broad courtyard. As most courtyards are, there is no ceiling. It's completely vulnerable, I guess, from incoming attacks. And Directly across from you, you see there's a stone corridor that leads around the entire perimeter, and then there's a bunch of water, kind of like a moat, and then a strip of grass, and then a strip of water, and then it gets into the center area that, from where you are standing, all you can see is this expansive wall that might be the entrance to a keep within the middle of this place. You have a feeling that this might be the royal quarters.
Have you ever looked at a place and immediately thought, trap?
Did somebody say trap?
No, don't do it.
No.
You know what I think about traps, though, don't you?
No.
No, don't do it.
You got this, Kriv.
No, she doesn't.
No,
No, he doesn't got this.
no.
There's a lot of damage in that last fight.
Tread frickin' carefully, please.
I'm going to carefully go over to this entrance of burning door and peek inside.
All right, just be careful.
Halberd's probably gonna go not far behind him.
You're gonna give me an anxiety attack, and it's not gonna be pretty.
Tyr is very hard to kill. Don't worry.
All right, from that vantage point, you notice that there's a couple of Kenkus across, like in the main area, just kind of chatting with each other. They don't seem like they're paying much attention to you, even though they probably are supposed to be. You also notice that, well, you should be able to see this, but generally off to the right, about 80 feet or so, there is a bridge to cross the river. But that's on the inland side. To get to you're not sure where the bridge is to get past the initial water area. It could be off to the side somewhere.
Let's see. You, with the arrows, Vincent, right?
Yes.
Think you could pick off those 2 Kenku?
I'm not seeing Kenku in here on my map.
I think it's because of where you're standing.
You might have to move forward.
Okay.
Line of sight issues.
Yeah.
Kriv can also point it out. And that should be within, like, once you move forward, it should be within your ability to shoot.
Hang on, I'm gonna move my stuff around here.
Because the longbow is more than 80.
Oh, okay. Now I know where it is now. I was looking at the wrong area of the map. Sorry.
Oh, I should have. I thought I centered everybody, but
it was off the screen, so I didn't see them. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and shoot at the one that's closest to me.
All right.
And use with my longbow.
Yep.
Hang on. I'm gonna readjust here again. All right, 14.
That will hit.
Okay. 10 points
That's enough to kill it.
Okay, that's why I only shot once. So I'm going to go ahead and shoot the other one with my longbow. 14. And 3.
Oh,
that's not enough to kill it, but it is enough to get its attention.
Okay.
Can I step out and use my crossbow?
Sorry?
Could I step out of cover and use my crossbow?
I'm going to allow everyone to take. Oops. I minus it by 3 instead of. I mean, by 10 instead of 3. I'm going to allow everybody to take an action. I mean, you can try to do that, yes, but what's the range of your crossbow?
Let me double check as soon as roll 20 catches up with me.
Yep.
My crossbow. 8320.
8320?
Yeah.
From you have to move into sight first. So
maybe I could take the other one.
Yeah, you'd be at a disadvantage because that would be slightly out of your reach. You'd have to go super, like, close to the river in order to get it without disadvantage.
I mean, again.
But you could, yes, Jack could get it with Eldritch Blast.
Which doesn't burn up his spell slots. Yeah, that'd probably be the best option. Wow, I'm getting a lot of feedback for myself.
And a blast.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so with a squawk, this one also dies. However, they are making a little bit of noise, right? So you're pretty sure if there's anybody else beyond the wall or around the corners, they might have heard more than just the chattering of birds.
All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna go and scout ahead. I can get across this water here right easy. I'm going to use Misty Step to teleport right across to there.
Well, that was terrifying.
Satan, is that you?
Might be.
Alright, so I use Misty Step to teleport there, and I'm gonna just go beyond this bridge.
Yeah, currently you're not in combat, so.
And peek around this corner here to see what I can see.
Yeah. I would say, I guess that's fine. Basically, you see that the wall around. So we'll show. One thing that I forgot to mention is you guys can actually see smoke billowing from behind the wall. And occasionally you see a flicker of flame, but for the most part you're seeing smoke.
They're trying to burn the castle down.
Kriv, you can see, so I'm just making so people can see what's going on in there's a chat. You can see that the wall roughly over here starts to turn in. You're not entirely sure if like there's a doorway over here or if it like opens up, but you know that the wall that's stretching here at least ends and turns inwards here.
Alright, I'm gonna tell back to the group that, hey, there might be an entrance over here.
Do you see a bridge?
Sorry, what did you say, Jack?
Do you see a bridge?
Not on this side, no.
Yeah, bugger.
Y'all might want to try the other side.
Alright, next question is, how deep is this moat?
Well, since Kriv stepped over it, basically, you don't know.
Yeah, lovely.
But,
alright.
Yeah.
Vincent?
Yes.
Would you mind going that way? And he's going to point up on the map.
Mm-hmm.
And quietly see if you can see a bridge for us to cross, because in this armor, I don't feel like my odds of getting across this are great.
Okay, when I move up here. Do we have unlimited movement if we're not in battle? If we're not in combat?
Yeah, just take it slow.
Okay.
So you can update your screen.
Okay.
Slow and sneaky.
Yeah. Let's see here.
So
it looks like all the way up at the top of the moat there are bridges.
Yeah.
So let me run back down to everybody and I will let people know.
Right, Kriv, meet us over there then.
Oh, should I just stay there?
I don't see why not.
Okay.
Yeah,
come back down here! Come up here! We've got a bridge up here!
Did you?
I'm going to kill that child.
Oh my goodness.
Well.
Kriv is just going around.
Well, you said to meet him up there, so.
Well, okay. Crib? Is that the name?
Yeah.
Crib, stay there by that bridge. We'll come across to meet you.
All right.
So I can just move you over.
Lucian's
for
going
time's
to point
sake.
at whatever that is in the middle and be like, what on earth is that?
It's the same kind of statue as before. So you know
Oh,
it's
the
different.
statues?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see it now.
So for those at home.
All right, Halburn
what
is
we're
going to
looking
start moving towards that statue carefully.
All right.
Of course, I'm probably guessing that me shouting might have alerted some people to our whereabouts. That might not be good.
Yeah, but as far as you know, you can't hear anybody coming for you.
Okay.
But that's yeah. So you can't hear anybody coming for you.
All right, I am going to investigate the statue again.
All right.
And I'm going to help him, so with advantage?
Yeah, so he would have advantage.
Okay. One moment. Roll 20 needs to catch up again.
Oh, that's fine.
Investigation. Come on.
It's fine. All right, with that, you can assume, based on the mechanism that you saw before, that it does something similar, but maybe it's not exactly the same. It seems like something might trigger this to move, but you're not entirely sure.
All right, Vincent.
Yes?
How good are you at finding traps?
Well, investigation. I've got a plus 6.
All right. Would you mind checking the bridge? And I'm going to help Vincent this time, so he has advantage.
So I just hit investigation on the skills.
Yes.
Okay, so do it twice.
Just do it once. It should be. Yeah, so you have a 16.
Okay.
That's about the same. It seems like this is a way to get into the level below.
No, I meant on the bridge.
Oh, on the bridge.
Is the bridge trapped?
Oh. I mean, technically you're supposed to roll, I think, perception first, but it doesn't matter. No. As far as you can see, there's no traps. There are no traps on this bridge.
Right then, shall we?
It's too easy.
You know, I have a thought. If they heard noises where we came from, let's go around the other side. Come in from that direction.
Maybe. Oh, by the way, Vincent.
Yes.
And Tyr is going to smack him in the back of the head. Keep your voice down next time.
What the hell?
Fuck you!
Oh my god.
Oh!
Shush!
Gonna shout across the moat. You guys are being really loud.
Shush, all of you!
I just flip him off.
You all hear a very angry roar.
Oh, that's unpleasant.
Coming.
I wouldn't have yelped had you not hit me.
You yelled before, and you're still yelling.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
because you keep hitting me.
Maybe
I am
just,
not.
like-
Maybe we could focus on the thing that's roaring and not on the yelling at each other for a moment.
Yeah, the
Yes.
roar is coming from within the walls.
Hey,
Oh,
Vincent,
Like,
do you have an ability called Primeval Awareness?
I don't know. Where would that be? on my sheet.
An unusual question for your character to ask.
uh, I can check real quick. It's normally on this sheet. It's normally in the. Oh, interesting. Okay, so it's normally in the like feet area where it's all red text.
Mm-hmm.
You have a favorite enemy as dragons.
Uh-huh.
For that, I'm going to say that you recognize that as a dragon roar.
Oh no.
However, without a roll, you would not be able to necessarily determine the type of dragon.
Okay, but my family has dealt with dragons in the past, so shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
My mother and father fought a conclave of dragons in my world.
Are you telling me that was the roar of a dragon?
Yes.
Oh,
As
unpleasant.
far as I can tell, yes.
Oh, most unpleasant.
I've never fought a dragon.
Lucian's gonna cast Thaumaturgy.
Okay.
A green dragon roar from their side of the bridge.
Oh no.
Tyr just turns to slowly look at Lucian like, why?
I have to
We're
check
gonna
something.
die.
I have to check something.
I don't have any of my father's weapons at my disposal right now. This would be a lot easier if I did.
Just gonna step over here real quick.
Is there a way for me to hide under the bridge? I'm
That's
joking.
exactly what I'm thinking.
Look, simple. We lure it out here, and that's fighting on our terms, not its.
Oh yeah, that's
It will
fair.
still be able to fly.
I don't entirely think we're gonna need to fight it.
Yeah, 1 second.
What do you mean?
I'm just checking to see. Actually, offhand, where in the rating scale is a green dragon? I don't remember the colors in terms of what's more powerful. So
Greens tend to be the smartest.
But not the most physically weapon powerful.
No, they're
Yeah.
evil.
I'm trying to remember what we're dealing with
Okay.
Sean.
You hear like a disgruntled reply, like a "oh no" or a "fine."
Can I understand exactly what the dragon is saying?
Yeah, because you know Draconic. So basically, what it's saying back, because it thinks there's a green dragon, is it's saying, actually, you know what? First, I need to get a charisma performance or deception check from Jack, just to verify how accurate you are.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Man, I'm rolling so low on those.
It's still not that bad. All right. Yeah, so it's saying back that what do you want? Kind of in the defensive, not here to hurt you, like not going to cause shit kind of way.
What's it saying?
Saying, what do you want?
Well, Kurth, you're not over there.
Crap.
Do we want to start shouting again?
Probably not.
Why don't we all gather over there really quickly, like right now?
Yeah, let's get over there.
Okay, I'll move.
Yeah.
Because it'll be faster for you to move. Oh.
Just I hate running. It's like being in and I hate it.
During like the less than 5 minutes it takes you to get over across the second bridge, you hear the dragon, Kriv, you hear it trying to talk to you, like, why won't you answer me? I'm not weak. Why aren't you answering me? Tell me what you want.
This dragon here is getting a little antsy.
It's getting pretty bad.
It's saying, what do you want? And saying that it ain't weak, and why aren't we answering?
Grand.
Tell it we're here to talk.
Yes, and
This is what worked out so well before.
I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy on Kriv, so his voice booms 3 times louder.
Okay.
What color dragon is Kriv?
I'm a bronze dragon.
Oh.
Not the best.
Oh no.
Well, hold on. We don't know what dragon's in there. It might be the best.
2 different dragons outside, 1 inside. Ah!
Yeah.
Right. Oh, this is brilliant.
Kriv, what do you say?
I'm gonna put on my best green dragon accent.
Your accent, and I'll do mine.
Oh my god.
So technically, Thaumaturgy is a stealth spell, I believe, but I'm not going to care for this instance.
All right. So
Because it's a yeah. Go ahead.
So don't do an accent. Okay.
Do the accent if you want. Thaumaturgy.
Do your own.
Yeah. Do whatever you need to do.
Just be careful. Please. I can't.
We'll be
On
fine.
a side note, Vincent has led a relatively sheltered life, so I'm like, I shouldn't be here.
All right.
Sorry,
Okay,
what?
Oh,
Does he need like
go ahead. Sorry.
water?
Water.
I'm out of coffee.
So am I. The coffee's gone. All right. So, Chris.
I'm gonna say we're just here to talk.
Why are there 2 of you? Why are you working together? This doesn't make sense.
Have you never heard of the buddy system?
Bringing it back. Oh, yeah, perfect. We put aside our differences. Perhaps we can as well. Let us talk. I guess I'm going to need a deception.
I was gonna say, how's your charisma?
You're going to need deception. I'm going to say it has to be about the same or higher just because it heard you roar, but now you're not talking Draconic unless you can talk Draconic.
I sure can't.
Yeah, so...
Ooh, no. Well.
It roars. Lies! All lies!
Oops.
And it's
I don't know what you
to-
said, but it sounds most displeased.
It is going to lift up into the air, and you see rising above the walls a young black dragon.
Oh, hell.
Oh, fuck.
It's going to come and land right over here. Roll initiative!
I can't see it.
That happens. I would like to do a thing.
Sure. I'm gonna clear the initiative order while you do.
Okay.
So roll initiative again, unfortunately.
Damn it.
I can change it to the 20 though. What are you doing, Lucian?
So he is going to transform his body,
Okay.
because that's what he can do with Shape of Mimic. And
nice.
going to become like his horns become like more angled and like extra like spiking on them. His face becomes just skeletal and death-like, and so does like his limbs.
Interesting.
Oh,
And
So you're a
Very-
Valkyrie?
no,
Valkyries had like the death like grimace.
no.
sometimes.
So here's about Lucian. In the Mimic Knights, we all have like our natural elements. His is death.
Oh, good.
So he's going to look at the dragon and give a nice big smile and say, "Hello, friend. I see we're of the same kind."
I rolled a natural 1 on my initiative.
Oh,
Oh no. What is your intent with the same kind comment? Just so I am clear.
It is like a friendly, oh, hey, like recognizes like, because
I
it
see.
would feel the like radiating death off of him.
It would.
So maybe a persuasion roll to make it less hostile?
That's if the intent is to make it less hostile, and I would let you do it before the turn order starts.
Okay, so let's do
come on. Sorry. Can I open this jar? Sorry.
How does it respond?
Right. Sorry, I was just moving sheets around. It's
I am very poorly equipped to handle a dragon.
It's it looks at you, raises its head, and says, "What do you want?" And we'll hold off on initiative for now. But once it becomes hostile again, we will enter the same order that it currently is in.
Is it speaking common or draconic?
Common, because he's being
good.
spoken to in common.
Yes, we understand that there is a Raven King in this place.
He basically just laughs and he says, "The Raven King's not here. King Raventhorn is back in his castle. Crowman is here." He's speaking a little bit of stunted in common. It seems like he's more used to speaking draconic or something else.
Right. Is that who you work for?
He puffs at his chest and he's like, "He works for me."
Fantastic.
Whoa.
What is your
Oh.
What's this your name? He's going to say that his name is Argyle.
Argyle? Pleasure to meet you. I am Lucian of the Mimic Knights. You likely wouldn't have heard of us. We're from an entirely different dimension. Now, interestingly enough, you say the Crowman works for you.
He says that the king and I have a deal, and insofar as we have a deal, the Crowman works for me.
And what kind of deal is that?
The king gets what he wants, and I get what I want.
And what do you want?
I want to rule this world.
Interesting. Not riches. Riches don't interest you one bit.
If I rule this world, all riches are mine.
I was gonna say that's
And what will you do when the Raven King destroys this world?
The world will be rebuilt with me as its leader, and I will own all, as I already do. Everyone
You're
is just
pushing
taking
it.
it from me.
You're putting an awful lot of faith in somebody else.
Hmm.
That's why I am taking action right now.
Oh, doing what?
Keeping you out.
Interesting. Counter offer. Ruling the world is good, and I mean, I share that ambition myself. Fascinating. In fact, in our dimension, we are well on our way to doing exactly the same thing. Something we have come across, realized, there's two ways of ruling. There's ruling by fear, which I see you are excellent at. I mean, it's the way
Oh
that we...
no. You're feeding his ego. Sorry.
Best way to handle a dragon.
Yep.
As you are, I'm sure, incredibly adept at.
I am.
But there's always the problem of those pesky people that come along, isn't there? They're never ending.
I'm going to have you do another persuasion check.
Not
With
a nat
advantage.
one. Not a
With
nat one.
advantage.
Oh, with advantage?
Yes.
I'll take a 24.
He's nodding. You have him nodding.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and it's just so frustrating, and they're always getting in the way, and all you want to do sometimes is just take a nap on the pile of gold that you have. Or platinum. I mean, lots and lots of platinum.
I do.
So, but then there's another way of doing it that works much better.
Better than my way?
Oh, not necessarily. Well, your way could work with this as well.
I'm listening.
It's so much better when they love you. Because then, when people come to interrupt you and things like that, other people stop them for you. And going, wait, no, he's our friend. He loves us. He cares for us. He protects us.
And we care for them, and we're going to kick your ass if you go against us.
So they don't get to you. Because there's plenty of other people that are out there singing your good name. You see what I'm saying?
He's nodding. He's considering.
I'm loving the tactic.
And he says, get to the point. What do you need? What do you want?
I would like to offer you an opportunity to be loved. Because imagine the great Argyle, in his infinite cunning, sidled up to the Raven King and the Crow Man and got close to them and took them out. The people of so many worlds would love you for it. They would sing your praises in thousands of halls across multiple worlds.
All right. I need to do another persuasion check with advantage. All right. The loved bit is starting to throw him off, but he's still listening. He's saying, I don't know if I want to be loved, but I do like the idea of not having to do anything.
Yes. Now, here's the thing. You don't actually have to love them. I mean, really. But so long as they think you do, then they love you, and then they do what you want with you just asking without having to be like, I will smite everything. You say, would you mind bringing me a few tests of platinum? And they'll be like, oh, Argyle, that sounds delightful. Yes, we'll get right on it. And you don't even, it's just so much easier. They just give you everything you want without having to go through all the bother.
Sounds like a pretty good tactic to me.
Just make a dragon cult.
Yes.
Argyle cult.
Sounds appropriate.
And everyone has to wear an Argyle sweater.
Oh, no.
Plus, I'd like to point out to you, Argyle was it, what makes this Raven King worth standing on your level?
Don't stop talking. Stop talking.
He kind of just like he's resting on his forearms now, and he's kind of like half laying down, kind of like in a seated, chilled out position. And I'm gonna move you around the corner so you're actually talking to him. I'm gonna move you all around the corner. Right. And he says that the Raven King, King Raventhorn, has already acquired the tools needed to end this world and to rebuild a new one. And he says that all that's left is for the crow to get the blood of Saloon, or the blood of the gift of Saloon, and bring it back. Why would I want to end that ritual that's currently happening just to have to start all over again when the end is so near?
Well, question for you. So you're doing this with the Crowman now, and then the Crowman's going to go back to King Raventhorn, correct?
Yes.
So why wouldn't they have taken you with them if that you were going to be part of it?
You haven't left yet. The Crowman is still inside.
But as you just said, the Crowman is going to leave. They're planning to leave you here and betray you.
Damn you, Jack, catching my slip-ups. Okay, roll persuasion. Once again, with advantage.
I would like to take the nat 20 that I was just given from Shogun.
Shoot. Yes.
Yeah.
He roars in anger. He roars and stands up and he says, "You're right. I will crush his skull between my talons." And he begins to rise up into the air.
Tyr's going to lean into Lucien and just whisper to him, "Remind me to never get on your bad side."
Good idea.
See him fly over the wall, and you hear a crash, actually, as he most likely goes through the roof of some building.
What did we just get ourselves into?
I think Lucian just convinced the dragon to do our job for us.
Yes, it's just as simple as that. It's like
I'm going to just grab Lucian and give him the biggest kiss. You're a genius!
Oh, thank you.
Oh my!
I'm sorry, I didn't catch what Lucian said.
I said, oh, thank you. He's into it.
All right. We got a little bit of romance happening now.
So should we still go inside and see about cleaning up afterwards? Making sure the job is done.
I'd say we go in, but we just kind of not get involved quite yet. See what's going on
along the edges of the wall.
No. If at all possible, we're going to help Argo.
Okay. Forget what I said. You guys, I'll follow y'all.
So a couple.
Oh my goodness, my father would not like what I just said.
Just some reminders.
Okay.
You do have access to talking with the NPCs if you wish to reconfirm what's happening, what they need from you.
That's a good idea.
Pardon?
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I know they wanted us to try and find their king.
Oh,
yeah, so if you want to talk to them, it's up to you.
Yeah. Hello, Tin.
Yes?
Hi, been a bit. So there was an actor in Argo, are you familiar?
No, I didn't realize there was a black dragon in the castle. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, we're friends now. It's totally fine. He's going to attack the Crowman.
Not inaccurate.
We're friends now. It's fine. He's like, okay. Okay.
Right. Remember to sing his praises when he defeats the Crowman.
Okay.
He was very, very clever and waited for just the right time to betray them so he could save everyone. Truly.
I see.
One of the true heroes, yeah. Dragon PR.
Yeah, so he's like, okay.
Right. What exactly did you need us to do again at this point? We're at the keep.
The prince and the king are still somewhere in there. We presume that the king is dead. The prince was still alive last time I saw him, but I have not heard from him. His stone must have broken or fallen out.
Tyr's suddenly going to start slapping Lucian's shoulder. What did Argo say was the last thing they were looking for?
The blood of Saloon. Yeah, about that.
Does that mean anything to them?
tell me about the blood of Saloon. I have a sneaking suspicion it has something to do with a prince.
He says one moment, and he hands it off to Raiden. This isn't his thing to explain. Raiden says very quickly, "You must make sure the prince is okay. We lost contact with him just 20 minutes ago. He has what is called the gift of Saloon. It is a bestowing of the gift of the moon goddess in our world. It's a very powerful bloodline, but as far as we know, they think that the king has it, which is not the case. So we were hoping that they would focus only on the king, but the prince ran off, and now we don't know where he is.
So if we get this prince, get him out of here, and the entire ritual becomes defunct.
I mean, that's
theoretically.
I mean, there's two ways to well, yes. That sounds like a wonderful idea. Yes, let's go with that.
Let's make sure they don't have access to his blood, living or dead.
Sounds perfect, actually. I like it.
And he says that if they manage to get the blood from the prince during the ritual, that's all that they need in order to grant the godlike power to the king. However, they have to bring the blood back to the king. It's still in the best interest of this world that the prince either remains alive or is not sacrificed within the ritual.
Right then, well, we should probably get going and make sure Argyl's doing all right. I have a feeling it's going to be a bit messy in there.
Yes, and we need to make sure the prince doesn't die in the sacrifice.
All right, I'm going to move you as a group. Basically, you would move around this way, and you would come across here. So for the audience's sake,
that's a lot of fire.
This is where you would see it. It is on fire. It is.
Everything is burning.
This is my element.
And so you would cross the bridge into. Oops, I forgot Lucian.
Don't forget Lucian. He's a talker. We need him.
Into this little courtyard that's very quaint. Has not been taken by the flames yet.
Keyword. Yeah.
And then you will be brought into the building. Where Argyl is in front of you. What looks like a younger man is leaning against the wall on the side of the door. On the one side of the door. In front of you is this giant dragon, or this large, technically, dragon, who is screaming at this man who has the king by his throat. And the king is still breathing and is still living. But the crow man is trying to maintain his concentration and continue with the ritual. And he has a ceremonial dagger in one hand that has the hilt of a raven, like raven wings, and a beak, a head, everything as the hilt. And it's a silver dagger.
Could I step off to the side and shoot a crossbow bolt at this man?
Sure.
Let's not have that concentration
we are now officially in initiative, but everyone can get a action off for suddenly showing up while he's distracted.
And I want to make sure it's clear. I am stepping to the side so I do not accidentally shoot the dragon.
Well, I need to turn that way down.
Yeah, same.
I'm adjusting the volume. Sorry, I can't hear on my end.
Now so epic.
Yeah, I like.
So just so I'm clear on the visibility and stuff.
Yeah.
The brown area, is that all still areas where we can move, or is it just the blue that we can move in?
You can move anywhere in the room. so long as it's within your moving speed. The little benches are what they are. That would be like
Pews.
They're pews, but they're also rough terrain if you're passing through their space. Because you're kind of shifting through like narrow corridors or jumping on them and moving around.
So that would be half speed.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
But everything else is fair game. In the front, where the Crowman and the King are, that is a raised like area, so it's actually above the ground a little bit. So you would have to use twice your movement to get up on it. So if it's 5 feet to get onto it, it would technically be 10. Or you can take the stairs up. You can't really see too well because the dragon's in the way. But there is a circle of a pentagram drawn in blood. The pentagram seems to be part of this ritual that the Crowman is trying to attempt.
Well, I got a 19 on my crossbow shot.
All right. Let me check. That does actually that does hit. It just hits. And he has to roll con. See if he...
So I have to roll damage.
You have to roll damage, but he has to roll con.
That is not what I wanted to do. How do I roll damage?
Click on light crossbow, where it says it on.
No, the name on the roll.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, so that's 4 points of damage. He loses his concentration as an arrow from this crossbow, this light crossbow, plunges into his shoulder.
Whack! I'm sorry, we're here to bust up the ritual. I hope that's not an inconvenience! He turns to you, the king still grasped in his hands, and he says, "On whose vows are you here?" Like, is he questioning my faith? He's asking what God I'm serving? He's basically saying, why are you here? Like, who are you serving? Why is this group here? He doesn't know you. He doesn't recognize you. He continues by saying, I sense more than just teleportation magic on you. So you're clearly not from this world. Oh, yes, you see, my lady Umira heard about your upstart king and said no.
Lucian would like to walk forward.
All right. We are going to be in initiative after everyone takes their initial statements. So what do you wish to do?
Oh, he's going to cast Blight on the guy.
Nice.
Blight. Okay.
Can I move? I'm going to move over here so I'm behind. I think that's within my movement range. So I'm behind one of the pews, so I have a easier shot at the guy.
Sorry? Can you re-explain that?
Can I what?
Can you re-explain that? I couldn't understand.
I'm gonna move over behind this one pew over here where I'm standing now.
Okay.
So that then I have a easier shot to get to the guy over here. I'm gonna take a longbow shot at him.
Sure. What does Blight do? Okay.
Well, it's gonna do.
He got a 21. What does
17, so he takes half that.
He takes half. So
unless he's a plant.
14 because it's rounded down.
And that's negative energy. It's gonna drain moisture and vitality.
Well, he's not a plant. So that's a good thing. He is looking pretty hurt. His concentration is broken. Lemley, I know you threw the flute at him.
Yeah, I didn't but yeah.
Sorry?
I mean,
you couldn't reach.
I didn't need to click it. I didn't need to hit it, like throw it then when I did, but I did want to. So
okay. Well,
so yeah.
His concentration is broken, but if you want to do the damage when moving up a little bit, that's fine. But it is your turn now that we are in order.
Cool. I'm going to run to him. Yeah. I should make it there. I have 40 feet of movement, right?
Yes, you have 40 feet of movement. So you're going to run up right to him. I would say you can't quite get up in one turn, so you're going to be just off of the thing because it's raised. So you need an extra 5 feet of movement.
Ooh, cool. Then, in that case, I can't reach. I threw my flute.
Yeah, if you move back one space, you can throw your flute.
Oh, okay, cool. Then I throw my flute. That's fun. I'm proficient in drum boots.
We'll see if it hits, though.
Amazing.
It does not hit, unfortunately, but he kind of looks at you, is just like, did you throw a flute at me? What is wrong with you?
Both the things you could be focusing on. That's the one. No wonder you're failing.
Lemley, do you have another thing you can do on your turn, or would that be it?
I think that's it, yeah.
All right, the Black Dragon is going to say, because it's his turn, he's going to say, stop ignoring me! And he is going to reach out and attempt to, well, he's going to move forward a little bit, and he's going to get partially up on this thing, and he's going to bite him and attempt to attack him twice with his claws. And all of those hits.
Yo.
Hello. I can hear. Can I be heard?
Oh,
yes.
Wow. What the hell was
Excellent.
that?
Zoom crapped out. It's fine. Let me go through
Look, it
and
made it
see
a
if this
large
guy
number of hours.
Yeah, let's look at and see if this guy is dead, because he might be.
Yeah, with that kind of attack, he just might be.
20, 30, 40. He's dead. He's totally dead.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Boom.
All right.
I guess we just. I think chat can hear us currently.
Can chat hear us?
I think it looks like the video is all out of whack.
Yeah, it'll just take a moment to get that fixed. Yes, chat can hear us. Fantastic.
Excellent.
They just can't see your lovely faces.
That's all right, chat. You know what? Some things just happened to this poor guy. And by poor guy, I mean, whoops. This is what happens when you don't treat your dragon right. Womp womp.
It's very important to
That could be taken the worst way.
Sorry, I'm just adjusting the volume for my headphones because since Zoom crapped out. All right, excellent. Yay, thank you, Throck.
Thank you.
Woo, raise the Throck.
All right. So the dragon turned to well, Lucian's side more than anybody's. Proceeds to claw the crowman in the face and bites his head clean off and swallows it. And the body of him just slumps to the floor along with the battered and bruised king, who is still breathing and still awake, but seems to be okay.
We should probably heal him. Argle, brilliantly done.
He stands there very proud, and he says, "Of course."
I mean,
The king does thank the dragon, and he says, "Thank you." And he looks to the adventurers and he says, "Is my son okay?" And he points to the door, where his son is slumped over and bound.
Are we out of initiative now?
You are out of initiative because the dragon is still on your side.
All right. Tyr's gonna go over to this guy and check and see if he's okay.
All right. You can do a medicine check.
All right, one moment. Ooh, I hear echo on myself.
And like while he's doing that, Lucian's gonna like sidle up to Argle. See, they thank you, right?
And he's very proud of this. He's just like, yes.
Nice.
Medicine is one of my better stats.
All right, there should be music on. If you can't hear it, that's fine. I can't hear it.
How's Royal Prince?
How is the Royal Prince? The Royal Prince is breathing but unconscious. He seems to also be rather hurt, but not necessarily too terribly off.
All right, I'm going to use a cure wounds on him.
All right.
Yay, cure wounds.
All right, so you give him 5 points of HP, and he kind of slowly opens his eyes, and he just looks up at you. He looks over.
That's a horrible thing to wake up to.
You know what? He's probably seen worse.
You're alive, aren't you?
He looks over to Kriv, and he looks like at the rest of the scene, and he's just like, he's very puzzled, and he asks what happened.
Tyr's gonna hold up his hand and say, "Thank the dragon."
Thank you, dragon.
Argle. His name is Argle.
His name is Argle.
He bows in from his seated position. And he says, "Thank you, Argle."
Right.
Wonderful. And now he's gonna start. Now Tyr's gonna start untying him.
All right. He thanks you and gets to his feet. And again he gives a very deep bow this time, and he thanks the dragon for saving him and his father.
All right, now, Prince, you need to leave.
He's looking at you and asks,
we could all go together. That might be a bit more safe.
Yes.
All right. So I assume you're all gonna head to the back to the tower.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so.
Excellent.
Yay! All of us together.
Whoops. I may have put you in the middle of the map somewhere. Hold on.
Oh, we're like just to the right of where we were.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just I accidentally
I like
hit the
that
right.
bedroom, though. That's really nice.
Yes, thank you. I spent way too long on this map for what it was originally used for.
No, it's really nice.
I'm
seriously, this is
going to be using it so much. Just because it's great. And here. Oops. You're now back in the tower. Argle is coming in behind you. The NPCs are rejoiced to see the prince. The king is probably also there. I just forgot to grab him. And
Tyr's gonna start off by saying, "All right, everybody, thank Argo the dragon."
Thank you, Argle.
And they all bow and thank Argle. Raiden actually goes up to the prince and hugs him. He's very, very joyed to see him, and he shakes the king's hand, and he proceeds to shake all of your hands and thanks you profusely. Now he's still wary of the dragon, but they're all thanking the dragon because they realize that at least something has happened. Either you've charmed the dragon in one way or another, so they don't want to anger the dragon.
Wise.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they say that the teleportation spell, or the interdimensional teleportation spell, will be ready for you shortly, because it's been long enough for him to regain some energy, for Kenneth to regain some energy. And he says that you have found some items, that they have found some items for you, which I will go over with you guys separately if your DMs will allow you, for those of you who are currently in streams.
I don't have a defense.
But for those of you who don't have a DM with this character, I will just we'll roll on a table and grant you some magical items afterwards. Just because I do want to make sure the next stream starts on time, and I want to allow you to have a few more minutes of roleplay opportunity. So the battle has ended. You are back in the tower. Everyone's a bit wary of the dragon, but the prince seems okay with it for some reason. He seems pretty calm around this beast. Or this.
Mom and Dad are not going to believe this.
I left my flute there.
You would have had time to go get it if you wanted it. But if you want, you can, and leave it behind. It is also up to you. Oh, I haven't moved the screen. Hold on.
I was going to say, it's all black.
I'm sorry, chat and players.
I scrolled to it.
Yeah. I'm so used to being a player for dungeons, and also just my players moving themselves, that it's not, I'm not used to having to manually move screens. However, yeah, if you wanted to have grabbed your brain, come on, don't give up now. If you wanted to have grabbed your flute, you can do so, before you walk out of the castle. You had time. Nothing's falling apart. The time constraint is gone.
Well, that was easy.
I mean, it helps that we got the dragon on our side.
Yes.
How did you do that?
And surprisingly, none of us came anywhere near dying. So this is an advantage. This is good.
Well, that's not normal for you all.
No, the last time my family fought dragons, both of my parents died and had to get resurrected.
Awkward. See, the mistake there is fighting dragons. Befriend dragons is so much easier.
Oh, we didn't have a choice. They were attacking the whole country. We didn't have a choice. Granted, I wasn't even close to being born yet, so I don't know, but I'm just going by what the history books say and what my parents say.
So, Michisaurus says, "Let the dragon play." I'm not sure what they mean.
I think it's part
that.
of the Fraggle Rock thing.
Down
in
Argle.
Let the dragon play.
I see.
Thank you, Jack.
These are references. They just do this, okay?
Just like the dragon flying over your head.
Yes, just like the dragon. The dragon is kind of getting bored, though. He's getting a little restless. He's like, "Can I go?"
We are not going to stop you.
Do we have a way to summon you in case we need you again? In case the people here need you again? Because I'm going home.
No one summons me. I summon myself.
Okay, is there a way they can contact you? That they can contact you in case they need help again?
That's part of the whole "they love you" thing.
Of course. And I'm sure that these people can offer up some sort of payment, like a retainer of some sort.
He kind of says, "I'll think about it. I'll come back." And he goes to leave, and Kenneth has to change the location of the tower as he does it, because otherwise he's just gonna go right back in the castle.
Before you go, Ogle.
Yes.
And Jack is going to reach into his bag and pull out a massive ruby, twice the size of his fist.
Oh.
Be like, "This is for you. I do hope we meet again soon.
He grabs the ruby. He looks at it. He says, "Ah, I guess I see you've returned this to me, because black dragons think all wealth is theirs."
Exactly.
And he clutches it as he kind of like half hops out of the door because he can't do anything when it's something in his one hand. He doesn't know where to put it. And then he leaves.
I'm so glad we didn't have to fight that one.
I like him.
Yeah, so out of character, for those of you who don't know, black dragons basically think that all wealth is originally theirs and that people have just taken it from them.
Mhm.
So they are very greedy. All right. Yeah, so you are here. You can ask questions, you can interact with each other. We have about 15 minutes left, so about 5 minutes until we should probably be wrapping up.
So, Vincent, can I have my book back now?
Oh, yes, here.
Gotta make sure this gets returned to the library. And
Yeah, so I need to spend some time actually writing my own notes in my journal so that I can tell people this. And I need you all to sign it so that I can. It's not just me making it up because I write a lot. These people need to know that I'm not just bullshitting. And if you guys would mind signing this as like a thing of that this actually happened and I'm not just making it up.
Of people from different dimensions.
Yeah.
The prince gives his signature.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Royal stamp of approval.
Yes.
I sign it in big block letters. Criv.
And it's very distinctive that it's not my handwriting, so it's not just, me making stuff up.
Yeah, so you've all basically you've gotten all of their signatures. Some of them are a little bit like some of the NPCs are just like this is strange, but okay. It's like signing the fact that someone has been like out of class or something. It's like okay. But yes, they thank you and they say that you can all return to your worlds very shortly, and they want you to know that you have not only saved our world, but you've definitely saved your own worlds as well.
Tier's actually going to walk up to Lucian real quick.
Okay.
Yes.
Were you serious about that taking over the world thing in your world?
Uh-oh.
Well, of course.
How far along are you in that?
Well, there's about to be a war. People aren't, the corrupt ones aren't too happy about us. Not wanting to kill monsters and wanting to stop them from doing that and stop doing slavery. They really don't like that we want to stop those things that they seem to love so much. They're terrible.
I've got a similar problem in my world, actually. Any advice on building an army?
Make friends. Lots of them. Powerful ones. That's the trick.
Dragons. Make friends with dragons.
Make friends with dragons, just be careful because sometimes they can snap on you at the drop of a hat or drop of a piece of gold. And yeah, we've had problems.
Pay better. And don't
Always
break
pay
the
better.
deal. Have a good reputation. Simple.
About that. Well,
Right.
wish me luck then.
So you all go back onto the portal? They basically say it's break.
Yeah.
Lemley, is there anything you wanted to ask these people before you depart?
No.
No?
The thing I want to say before I get sent back is, I was in the middle of a fight.
There's a good chance that fight's over by now.
Like they said at the beginning, you'll be sent back mere seconds, maybe like a few minutes before. Like basically, no one should realize that you were gone unless they paid quite close attention. So if you say had your daughter on your lap, That's pretty. You might not appear back before the daughter realizes, but if it's like middle of a fight, they might not notice you were completely gone.
In that case, Lucian's going to go, all right, walk over and cast Stone Skin. Give them hell.
Oh, to Lemley.
Yep.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I think it's going to be so confused when I've linked out for a couple of seconds and then come back. It's like, what?
Gone back. Oh, it could even be like a matter of a blink. So they're not entirely sure, but they're confident that it's under a minute that you should be gone. So, fairly confident. Magic is always a little finicky. All right.
I'm going back to Whitestone. As soon as I get back, I'm going back to Whitestone, and I'm going to.
All right.
And then I'm going to go tell my parents what happened.
So you all get back onto the teleportation sigil, and you say your farewells. You get your items, which we will talk about through chat later, and you are sent back to your own worlds. And when you get there, things were effectively just as you had left them. Lucian, your daughter, is still there.
Floating
there. She would probably notice that you were gone.
Oh, yes.
Because she's quite perceptive. Tyr, you are back in the position you were in when you were praying. Lemley, the fight has broken out, but just barely. Just barely. It's basically you return the second after it starts. Kriv, 8 doesn't even realize you were gone because she was too busy organizing.
She just knows you suddenly appear bloody.
Yeah. Though that's not exactly uncommon. And Vincent, Trinket probably doesn't really recognize the fact that you were gone for very long. Trinket was probably too busy sniffing something or looking around and then turned around and you're back. So it's pretty well normal.
Mom's going to talk to him, I think.
All right.
Like, what did you see?
You're all back to your normal lives, with or without the magic items, depending on if people are allowed. So we will talk to your DMs and talk about this after. Throck, I hand it to you. Thank you for letting me play. And yeah, so everyone can give their handles and let people know what they're doing. I'm Dobson M on Twitter. I GM offline a lot. I'm hoping to eventually go online and do some stuff in this world. So you'll see a lot of the NPCs if I do. And aside from D&D, I do philosophy. So if you're interested in philosophy, check out my Twitter. And yeah, so I'll hand it to Jack and we'll go in the same order while we get moving on to the charity stuff. So Jack.
All right. Hi, everybody. I am Capjack, or at Captain J Cross on Twitter, and I've been playing Lucian, the Tiefling Warlock from our 2nd, 4th, and 5th Tuesday Mimic Nights game. So definitely tune in 2 weeks when we are back with that. And yeah, come and see like all the other cool shows that are on the channel. And I'm going to do this quickly so other people can get to it. Go.
All right, Kriv.
Hey guys, I'm Channellogic across all the internet. You can catch me here every Saturday once the new year starts. You can also catch me over at Castle Mac channel every Wednesday, playing various gay disasters. And also, check out my Etsy shop, Jan's 8-Bit Smithy, and I'll make you nerdy stuff.
All right, so we're gonna go to Emerald because that's the next one I see.
Okay. I'm Emerald Hook. You can check me out on Twitter under a couple of different names. Emerald Hook Photography and at M Hook Cosplay. And also Emerald Hook Photography on Tumblr and the same on Facebook. So mostly Emerald Hook, you can find me. And if you guys are in the Southern California area and you need a photographer, look me up.
Okay. sorry. Vic.
I'm Vic. Fuzzy Bear Pub, basically everywhere on the internet you can find me. Lumley's not a character from anything, but I draw and I write poetry, so if you're into that.
Excellent. And last but not least, Josh. Let us know where you're from.
Hi, I am Josh. I am the Big Bouncy. Finally turning on the camera. Such a lousy quality. But yeah, I am the Big Bouncy on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. I do some YouTube and gaming stuff occasionally, not very often. And when after the New Year's, I will be here with Kriv and Aid again on Saturdays. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Thank you for letting me run. Thank you for playing with me. Throck, it is your turn to talk with a charity.
Awesome.
Hey,
yeah, no, it was
thank
great.
you all.
I had fun.
Oh my God,
Love
you guys are great. I'm so happy. And this has been amazing so far. We're up to $1,575.69 here in the Trans Lifeline charity stream. We are running this stream for the nonprofit Trans Lifeline, which is a trans-run charity that provides micro grants for folks going through transition, and a crisis line staffed by members of the trans community for members of the trans community. This is a very important part of our channel's life, as we are a very inclusion, equity, and education-based organization. And so we are incredibly proud of the support we've seen so far. And it's my job to beg you for money. So if you have $1 or $5 or $10, we'd love to see your support for the charity as well. That's why we're doing this. That's why I have now been up for 26 hours, 8 minutes, and 51 seconds with one nap. I had one nap. And that is because this is a charity that's very close to our heart as a community. And so we wanted it to be as our first charity. We wanted our first charity to be something that was like meaningful and within the community, and that's why we chose this one. So we hope you'll show that support as well. But I also get to do a nice giveaway. This one is going to be for a So Nerdware T-shirt. We were given 9 of them to give away by the amazing So Maddie Games, who you can find on Soul Bear RPG, who played in a one-shot earlier. And did we lose a camera? Oh, whatever. We're almost done here. All the cameras are flipping around. So I want you to type !nice dragon into the chat in order to sign up for a new t-shirt from the amazing new M. Thank you for the $25 donation to Trans Lifeline. Oh, and that reminds me, please, if you do want to donate, click on the big shiny red donate button, because that is the best way to get the money to Trans Lifeline. It sends the money directly to the charity with bits and subs. As much as we love your support too, bits and subs have to filter through us before it gets to them. So the most efficient and best way, and the most open way to do it, to know that your money is getting there right away, is through that shiny red button. So with that, I think we're going to go to break. There are 9 minutes left. If you want to sign up to attempt to win a So Nerdware t-shirt, these are things like the Dirty 20 t-shirts that you've been seeing on Twitter. Type !nice dragon into chat. And we'll be back in a little bit with our next game, which is Mouse Guard.
Ooh.
Yes.